Took me 6 months, but I finally did it. I built a base in every single biome in Minecraft, including the end biomes, including the nether biomes. All 64 of Minecraft's vanilla biomes have now got a cool build in my forever world. I learned a lot about building, and you'll see in the video just how much better my builds are towards the end of the video compared to the start, because I was constantly getting pushed out of my comfort zone. Let us rewind 1,000 days back to when it all began with one reckon. A reckon that would shape the next 6 months of my life. And that reckon was... I reckon every biome deserves a cool structure. So today I'm going to start on a grand journey to build a base in all 64 of Minecraft's biomes. That's right, there's 64 discoverable biomes in vanilla Minecraft, even though the adventuring time advancement says there are only 54. Now there are 3 main categories of biomes in Minecraft, and to start with, I'm going to tackle the temperate biomes. I've already made a start on those with my birch forest house right here, and also my meadows, barn, and windmill house up there. Oh my gosh, Gary. I'm sorry, why are you upside down? It's all my fault. I reckon the next biome that I want to build a base in has got to be the forest over this way. Now, whereabouts in this nice, beautiful... Oh, I like this spot here. Yeah, you know what I reckon? It'd be really cool to just have kind of like a storage shed here where I can store bulk items, like when I go mining I just have tons of stone and stuff. Yeah, this would be a good spot for that. I kind of want to just have around my world a bunch of places that I have a purpose to go to, so that it's not all just in one spot, so I can just appreciate, you know, going around on a horse or something and just appreciating seeing all the things that I've built. Which at the moment, I've only built like 3 things, so I'm quite excited to get some more builds in this world. So let's just spend a bunch of time clearing out some of these trees to build here. Okay, sweet. Bunch of trees are gone, looking great. All right, so now with this clear space, I reckon I'll just build a bit of a frame. And by the way, I'm completely improvising this build. I have not pre-planned this. I'm just gonna be making this all up on the spot. So I'm just fiddling around, seeing what looks good. Quite like the look of that. Let's build these up, connect them together. Righty, this is looking like a nice, handsome storage shack. Now let's just put a little bit of cobblestone in here, I reckon. That'll look nice. And let's turn a little bit of that into some sneaky little cheeky little mossy cobble. From there, we will make little window frames. I wonder if I should use like trap doors for the windows, because it's kind of meant to be just like a little shed with nothing fancy, and I feel like glass is too fancy for a storage shed. Yeah, that's pretty cool. What about like a stone brick wall frame here? I'm not too sure about that one. I have an idea. How about we go for just a bit of a packed mud wall so it kind of blends in with the wood theme? Yeah, that works, I reckon. Maybe we'll just change some of these oak planks here to become stripped oak. Yeah, nice. Now I guess I just got to do a roof. Something with dark oak I reckon will look good. I really wouldn't mind some swift snake boots. That would be pretty good actually, but we will enjoy the organic, old-fashioned Minecraft experience with less enchantments. I reckon we'll just fill in the rest of this roof with stone bricks. I reckon putting some trapdoors here will look pretty cool. Yeah. Nice. Of course, we're gonna need some lighting, and we can't just have a grass floor. That would be silly. Okay, sweet. Look at this little storage unit. This is nice. I guess the one thing that's missing now is I should probably put some chests and barrels in here and stuff to store things in. So this is the beginnings of actually putting storage chests in this storage shed, but I ran out of wood, and I'm just so keen to go and build another house because I found that so fun. So I'm just going to worry about getting the wood for this later when I've got like a wood farm or something. Next biome that I want to build a base in, I'm going to actually do 2 biomes at once. I want to build something over there in the river that's on the side of the river in the old growth birch forest. This is a normal birch forest, and I don't know what the difference is, but over there apparently is an old growth birch forest. I reckon getting some sort of like water wheel kind of build will actually look so nice in the river. So let's just go ahead and get some materials for that. Well, I reckon I'm gonna want a bunch of cobblestone. Oh, now this is granite. Dang it. I want cobblestone. But I must mine this staircase evenly and not just leave a big granite patch here. As I was saying. Oh no, this is andesite. Are you serious? I want stone. I want cobblestone. Because, and now it's freaking dirt. You know what? I want cobblestone because blocks. That's good. Fun fact, did you know that drowns don't attack you at daytime unless you're touching water? So this dude's just gonna be my bro from now on, I guess. Me and you going on adventures while my cape is in your neck. Yeah. Alright, let's once again just clear out some trees. Dude, you're so loud. Stop unburning. Just, you know, I'm just gonna row you over here. Okay, now let's just make a little bit of a wall here for our wheel. Ah, yes. There will be a nice and epic looking wheel here in a moment. Question is, how do we make that look epic? What do you think, Gerald? Okay, thanks. So I think spruce will be a pretty good way to go. Just make some stairs. Can I park her up onto this? Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, okay. That looks neat, actually. I feel like I like just randomly put these stairs here at the end, and then I was like, oh yeah, whatever. This is getting hard. Oh, this looks really nice. Okay. Now let's build the building for it. So we're just gonna continue on this stone kind of foundation for this place, and I reckon we'll kind of give it like a pretty organic looking kind of shape. Mix and match all these different stone blocks to kind of show it's just made up of all kind of rocks. And because this is in a birch forest, we better keep the wood colors like relatively light themed. So really just gonna stick with oak and birch colored wood. Mainly gonna be stripped oak and birch, I reckon. This kind of overhanging bit needs some more support, so we'll just like chuck some oak down here. Maybe we'll also just make a few stairs, just kind of show a little bit more support here. Add little holes in the wall. I reckon we could have a little door here. This looks perfect. Nice. Now let's just make a little bit of a frame for the house. I wonder if I could speed bridge. Whoa, that was crazy. Whoa. Okay, nice. This house is looking pretty sweet. You know what I reckon would be really nice for the walls, actually? Gerald, I must borrow your boat once again. Thank you, sir. I reckon pale planks would be super nice as the walls. Maybe we'll mix that in with some wool as well. I actually don't really like this support that I did earlier. I'm gonna get rid of that. Just chuck a slab there and she'll be right. Before I can actually fill these walls in, I should probably put a floor there. Now let's fill in the walls. Nice. These windows are looking so good. Now let's chuck in some glass. Very nice. And for our entrance here, I reckon we could do with a little bit of shelter. Now, for the roof, I want to do something colorful. I've already done like a nice blue roof over there and I love it. But I want to do something different, something I've never done before. I reckon I want to jump into the end and I want to mine for myself a cheeky little bit of purple block, which is a block that I've like hardly ever used in my entire life. And it's been in Minecraft for a long time. It might be more efficient to just collect fruits and then smelt those up and turn them into blocks. Oh. There's another end city right over there. How did I never see that? Let's just go and yoink some elytra, you know? Thank you. I might also just try mixing in a couple other purpley blocks just to see if that works. Okay, this roof is looking really nice, actually. Looks kind of magic and wizardy. Maybe this is like a little riverside wizard cottage. Let's just add a ceiling to this room. And I reckon birch fences will look good here. I reckon I'll make like a nice little roof window here. Finally, I reckon I should add myself some chimneys. That will look very epic and wizard. All right, there we go. Look at this. That looks so cool. I'm so proud of that. Oh. And now the epic rain, just for the sake of drama, has just started. Wow, this is actually so cool. Maybe I want another like smaller water wheel there. Hang on. Yeah, that's awesome. What an epic little house. I love this. There's these guys that have been kind of wanting to invade it, but I have told them no. Hecking go away, you heckers. Yeah, this is an epic build. I love it. I have now crossed off of the list both old growth birch forest and river. Epic. Now before we move on, I do have a couple things to tell you. Firstly, the reason why I'm not doing interior is just so that I have these houses ready for me to use when I actually think of a proper use for them. And secondly, hey, you should subscribe, because I just caught a fish perfectly in time to me saying you should subscribe. So fish and heck yeah, bro. Now the next biome that is in the Now the next biome that's near me that's in the temperate category is this one right over here, the Pale Garden. And I have been excited ever since that update came out to build something spooky, and I just haven't done it yet. So it's about time I heckin' do it, you know what I'm saying? But I would not mind first getting myself a little bit of a resin supply because I'm low on that, or I don't even know if I have any at all. Okay, I've got a little bit. Because it'd be good to have a bit of that handy to build with because it's literally a big part of the biome. I might as well build my little resin farm inside the Pale Garden because then the creeking will be nice and at home. How lovely. It's a pretty simple design. I used it on the Hackers server and it's by Ray's Works. I'm pretty keen to get it going. Oh, I didn't realize there was an advancement for that. Nice. There we go. Okay, that should work now. Or not. Try it again. There we go. Now I just gotta wait for it to become nighttime, which it kind of almost is. I reckon we'll trap a bit of a creaking inside a hole and punch it until we get a bunch of resin. I guess in the meantime, I want to just collect myself a bunch of pale wood in preparation for the house. Alright, here's our boy. Hello there. You're looking quite nice. Where did I leave that farm? Oi. Okay, here it is. Hello. Come on in. Now I just need to attack this dude. This dude's just here for another good ride, but this is the dude that does the contraption. I'm just going to do this for a good entire hecking day. How lovely. Night, I should say, not day. Silly me. Okay, the sun is up, I guess, and things are burning, and here we go. Okay, that's a nice little bit of resin. I reckon we'll see how we go with that. Oh my gosh, no. Now, one material I reckon would be way cooler to use than just like stone bricks would be deep slate stuff. So let's go on a bit of a mining session and just collect a bunch of that. Back to mining this staircase, I guess. One day I'll have it done. One day. Maybe today is the day, although I just spent a bunch of the deep slate that I was just mining to collect on stairs. So now I'm gonna have to go and mine more deep slate. But it'd be good to get this staircase done, you know? It's just freaking awesome. But yeah, I kind of need to get some more deep slate now because I just turned a bunch of it into stairs to complete this staircase because I'm a silly seagull sausage. Oh. I have just stumbled across a hecking lovely place filled with sunshine and rainbows. I can't help but be a bit tempted to kind of look around, see if I can find some Swift Sneak, because I'm so tired of not having Swift Sneak. It's driving me a little bit insane. Oh, but it's so dark and scary. I don't know, what should I do, Eugene?
Find Swift Sneak. It will benefit your building experience greatly.
Okay, so long as I don't die whilst getting it, I guess. Let's get rid of that. Oh, no way! Seriously? The first chest? Oh my gosh. Okay, now everyone's gonna cancel me for hacking. Well, sick. That's literally the only thing that I wanted from here, so now I will leave happily. In fact, I don't even need a sneak. I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna hick and run. I'm gonna get cancelled for cheating, even though I didn't cheat, but it's so freaking worth it. These Swift Sneak pants are gonna be the best. Oh my gosh, 27 levels. Okay, hang on a hecking second. What the heck? Why are there villagers like everywhere here? Let's get some XP. And I will enchant my magical pants of justice. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's way better to sneak like this. Oh, yeah. All right, I reckon I'll just see what I can do with these blocks here. Let's go and build ourselves a spooky booky house. There's not a whole lot of room in this pale garden right here to build a cool house that I can do it justice, but I reckon just over there, that looks like a pretty good spot. Just over here, I reckon. In the middle of this pale garden. Let's just chop down some trees. Alright, this is a decent space cleared out, and that took a long hecking time, oh my golly goodness. Now we're ready, with plenty of wood actually, which is the advantage of taking that long hecking time, to build a flippin' spooky house. So let's just do a little bit of a shape for our house here. Just build up a nice bit of a foundation and frame. I reckon we'll spookify it a bit and just put like these spooky looking arches in here. Let's just put like a nice white wall between these little arches. Oh my goodness, let's sleep so I don't get eaten by trees. Now let's just build up a second story, make some nice window frames. We'll just extend our tower to be nice and tall. Build our roof, put like some pale moss patches in the roof as well, and that'll look sick. This is looking really cool, but I feel like there's still just one more thing I could do. Maybe I could add something else to this tower. Like maybe a kind of a bit of a roof. I'm running low on deep slate, but I think I'm going to be able to make this work somehow. Yeah, okay, I think that'll look good. Yeah, what an epic view. Epic tower view of justice. Now, how the heck do I include resin in this build? Because I went to the trouble to get it. I gotta figure out a way. I've never placed these before and they sound so cool. What? I hecking love that. It's kind of like a bell. I mean, that was what I was going for, but also it kind of looks like some sort of heart, some sort of magic contraption, and I think that is cool. Maybe we'll just like spread a little bit of infection coming from it. Yeah, cool. Maybe we'll add some potted plants around to show that this place loves vegetation. I don't know. Let's not forget to use this to like have the carpet going up the floor. Yes, that's a cool idea. I mean the wall, not the floor. What? Maybe we'll extend this here to go along this way. And then we can add like some hanging moss just hanging around. Yeah, that's spooky. That's nice. Very cool. Man, pale garden stuff is so fun to build with. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that looks sick. That is so hecking cool. Oh my gosh, I love this place. Wow. And it's awesome because it's just out here in the middle of the random pale oak garden place forest. And it's just like, whoa, epic structure to come across. So this is like kind of close to my base. This is what I can see from here. Like that is so cool. Another biome checked off the list. Oh, look at that beautiful sunset. And you know what the next biome is? It's the one that's right behind me. This dark oak forest. I reckon I've got a pretty cool idea, because you see we've got mushrooms in here and we've got dark oak trees. Why don't we combine the two and make a mushroom that's been turned into a house at the same time as being a mushroom? But I heckin' need to go and empty my stuff from building the pale oak house first. Heckin' Shrek. Hey cow, what are you doing? I don't really have enough room for all this wood. It's a good thing I made a shed to put all my bulk items in. Heck to the yeah. Now, for this dark oak house, before I actually go to the dark oak biome, I'm once again gonna have to run down to the mines and grab a bunch of deepy slate. Oops, okay, well, I don't want to go that way. Nope. No thanks. Oh dear, so now it's all dark. That's freaking terrifying. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's all the blocks that I need before I go and just harvest the rest of the materials inside the dark oak forest, so let's heckin' go. And sleep, because I don't want to go out in the dark where it's scary. Oh, hi dog. You're right in my face. You know what, why don't you come with me? You're a legend. Let's go. Alright, there's so much space here to just pick a spot and mine a bunch of trees and build an epic base there, so let's heckin' freaking do that. I also kind of need some mushrooms for my mushroom. Does that mushroom make any mushroom sense? Let's grab some of these, and let's just mine tons of trees, because it rhymes. Right, here is a very nice cleared out space to build our freaking mushroom house. I've got tons of mushrooms on me now. I just went on a mushroom spree and mined a whole lot of a lot of mushrooms. So let's build a hecking mushroom. So we'll start by building like a little bit of a circle kind of thing. We'll just build it up, bro. Animals, why do you always have to get in my way? Move! No, this isn't quite the shape that I'm going for. Something a bit more like this. Yeah. Okay, that's the stem. Now we need to build the mushroom hat. Oh, dog is up here now. Can you, like, go down? Or I guess you're just gonna chill up here now. Alright, there we go. Okay, that's like the base of the mushroom done, and that looks sick. It's not completely done because now I need to add a house to it. That's right, it's gonna be a house on the inside, and it's also gonna be a house on the outside, as in I'm gonna actually, like, build a literal house right here. So just build a little bit of a deep slate foundation for a little deep slate and dark oak cottage, and a bit of a frame and window frames. Very nice. Because I reckon we could just add a little bit more shape to these windows. I think a pale oak door could be pretty cool because it kind of matches the white mushroom stem. Yeah, cool. Let's just create some stairs for a roof. That is looking awesome. I reckon we'll just make some nice little spiral stairs that go down like this, and then we can go up here, and lo and behold, we've got like a nice little balcony that we'll make. Mushroom balcony. Very nice. Give it some nice support, and I should really put in some glass so that scary monsters don't make their way in here. Okay. No, wait, no, not okay. I'm not done. I want to put down some nice mushroom plants right here. Sick. Oh yes, and also I'd like some chimneys, just like this. Very nice. I will call this done. This is a very nice little dark oak forest cottage attached to a giant mushroom. I'm really pleased with this one. I feel like I got really nice and creative. The world is starting to look really cool and vibrant with life because of just all of the different houses that I'm building in all the different biomes. I'm really excited to just like be able to explore my world and see these builds that I've just left lying around. It's just so nice. It's pleasant. I reckon there's one last detail I want to include in this build, and that is a story. I reckon we chuck down a lectern and write in this book. Day 1. I am going on a journey away from home. Legend tells of giant mushrooms the size of houses. Goodbye, family and friends. It may be strange, but it is my destiny to find out the answer to life's questions. Day 2. My brother Steve left 2 weeks ago to look for mystical frogs. I was very confused and also sad that he left. But now the mushrooms call me. I must find them. Day 3. I have found many mushrooms, but none of the right size. Each mushroom is unique in its own way. Perhaps that is a metaphor for something. Like, I don't know. Day 7. Oh my gosh. I finally found the mushrooms. This is the best day on my life. I think I really could live inside one. Day 29. I have been living inside these mushrooms for weeks now, and I have learned many things. But another wandering trader stopped by and told me of a land filled with mushrooms. Even the grass is mushroom. I am considering looking for it. Frick, I ran out of space. For it. Day 42. Today, I will leave and go and hopefully find the land filled with mushrooms. Hopefully, I don't leave anything important behind, such as this book. Bam! All right, chuck that there. There we go. We got a story behind our... We've got a story behind this building, and its story will continue when we build another certain building on another certain biome. See if you can guess where it is. You can probably guess, but I'm just going to not say where it is to be mysterious. Let's build another hecking house mouse. Oh yeah, you might have realized I have a netherite pickaxe now. It's because I went and did a live stream and got a bit of netherite, but I hecking ran out of time and didn't get full netherite, but hopefully soon I will have full netherite all of a sudden. Who knows, maybe it'll be in the next clip or something, I don't know. One of the other things I did in my live stream was I made a bit of a gunpowder farm, so now I can actually make rockets and fly around to the biomes that I need to build in. This is so good. Woohoo! Oh, this is awesome. Flying around without feeling like I'm wasting rockets. Now, which biome shall we go for next? Ooh, it's not a flower forest, but it would be nice to build like a little cottage in a flower forest. Is that a flower forest there? Looks like it. All right, sweet. Oh, wow, okay, there's a mansion there. I'd like to build a cottage that belongs to a little, what do you call them? Botanist? Botagonist? What? A flower person. Let's just clear out a little bit of a space. And I don't want to get rid of too many of these trees because they're so nice and beautiful and will be nice to have around the build. So maybe we'll go to another forest and harvest the rest of the wood from that because I need that for building a nice cottage. I'm probably going to want to grab myself a bunch of clay so I can make pots. Because potted flowers, of course, a flower maniac would love. Let's clear out a bit of space to make a nice flat spot for our house. Let's build just like a really nice, cute little cottage. There's the first story done. That's looking pretty nice. I realized I didn't bring any glass with me, which would be good for windows. I know I've got heaps at home, so guess I'm flying home for a moment. It's not like it matters because I got so many rockets. Hehehe. That's my helmet. Do you like it? Does it look nice and shiny and blue? And we're back to put some windows in. Very nice. Let us use some birch for this second floor. Of course, we're going to want to have this place lit up. We're up here. And I reckon we'll just make this second floor a big, nice window so that we can see the beautiful flower forest all around us when we're in this second story. Actually, maybe this second story can also kind of be like a greenhouse. There we go. Look at this. This is nice. I reckon I'd like some spruce for the roof. Very cool. Oh, this is looking cool. This is looking nice. Just put some nice big windows right up the top here. Yeah, I thought it'd be cool to put like a waterfall coming down from the roof there and into this little garden bed here. And I got a lot of other ideas. I've placed down a whole lot of pots in preparation to fill this place with so many flowers. It's going to look so beautiful and amazing. So let's just go on a bit of a flower picking session, why don't we? Now, one more flower that I want that isn't really around in the flower forests and the plains around here is the swamp blue flower of swampness. Here's a swamp right here that I saw earlier. Ooh, yeah, we should get some firefly bushes. That'll be nice. Now, where... Oh, hello, frog. Where are the flowers? Aha! This is like my favorite flower in Minecraft, these things. And I don't even know what they're called. Gonna chuck flowers in just about everywhere. Inventory is full of flowers and it's very nice. What do you want? Oh, you want my flowers? Nah, man. These are all for the house. It's just looking so hecking pretty. I love this. Very nice. Now there's just these pots up here as well. Oh, this is looking gorgeous. Maybe we'll have like a little bit of an aisle of flowers welcoming you as you walk into this house. Ah, I love this. This is so nice. Now I just need to build a greenhouse, I reckon. Oh, oh wow. There you go, amazing. It just appeared out of nowhere or something. That's crazy, man. Here's my nice little shiny little glassy greenhouse. Got ourselves a bunch of flowers in here, and this build I will consider as complete. It is so freaking beautiful. I love all the flowers everywhere. I had lots of fun making this one. I could have just not built the greenhouse because I'm just trying to get this video done, but I couldn't resist. I just wanted to, I want to build stuff. I want to build cool things. Now the next build that I want to do, I think would be really cool. Right on top of this hill, it's going to be a plains biome build. Something I've always wanted to build that I've only ever built once and it wasn't in my YouTube channel is a church. I think church buildings are just so unique and there's so many amazing things about so many different kinds of them. I reckon putting one right on top of this hill would just be a really cool location for a church. We've got a nice flat spot on this hill to build a bit of a holy building. Get out of here, chicken. Let's heck and get some building done. Awesome. That looks really nice. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. That's so cool. I thought for one last little touch, I reckon I want to just chuck a book up here with some of my favorite Bible verses in it. There we go. Got a bunch of really cool verses in there. I definitely would want to put in more because I've got so many favorites, but I reckon that'll do for now. Chuck that there. And there we go, we got ourselves a nice church on the hill. I'm just really pleased with how all of this turned out. It's just like one of the prettiest things I feel like I've ever built. And it just fits so well on top of this hill. It's just so cool. That checks another biome off of the list. Let's move on to the next one. Now there's another type of plains biome. I didn't realize this was its own biome actually. As it turns out, over here is a different type of plains biome. Can you tell what it is? Are there any Minecraft nerds out there that already know what this is before I tell you what it is straight up? This is a sunflower plains, where there's heaps of sunflowers. I had no idea that that was a separate biome. I just thought that plains had sunflowers and just had patches of sunflowers hanging about everywhere. So I reckon it would be really cool to make a big sunflower farm here, where we can just see a whole lot of sunflowers all in one spot. I brought along with me a bunch of nice resources to build a bit of a base, but the main focus is going to be building a massive sunflower field. So just placing tons of sunflowers, which, fun fact, sunflowers are my favorite flower. I just think they're so cool. So let's just build like a nice little sunflower cottage. Forgot to bring stone with me, which would have been a nice building resource. Oh, hello. Let's lay down a foundation. Let's build a bit of a frame. Place a door and some windows. And let's build a roof. Actually, I don't want it to be stone bricks, so I'd like it to be dark oak. Okay, there's our nice little sunflower cottage. Now we need to get sunflower farming first, actually. I have an idea. I need a whole lot of wood. I'm going to make a whole lot of fences so that we can have a bit of a path coming along. Where did I place that? Whoa, how did that get up there? So that the sunflower farmer isn't always having to walk through the entire sunflower field when it comes to needing to come to his house. There'll be like a nice path this way. This is gonna look really cool when we've got sunflowers either side of this path. Thankfully, sunflowers are very, very easy to farm. All you need is a ton of bone meal and a sunflower. And then basically I just need to right-click the heck out of this. And it bone meals it like crazy. Feels like these are gold coins that I'm duplicating. I'm making tons of money. And we are done. Bam. Oh, look at all those particles just still hanging out there. All right, I've got a full inventory of sunflowers. I guess we'll just see how that treats us. Let's heckin' place down some of these beautiful, beautiful plants. Alright, this is looking pretty flippin' awesome. I'm loving where this is going. But unfortunately, I have run out of bone meal. That should not be a worry because I do have an OP wither skeleton farm that produces tons of bones for me. Right, now let's just get a bunch more of these. I cannot see anything. Only positivity all around me. Or, in other words, green particles. Yes. And let's get sunflower farming. Sunflower farming. Yes, yes. Let's do it. Alright, this is looking super wholesome and super cool. Oh my gosh. Look at all these flippin' sunflowers. That's actually amazing. I want to go to one of these in real life. I've never been, and I think it would just be the most surreal experience seeing all the sunflowers in the world in one spot. And from the inside of the house, this is the view we've got. So on this side, all of the sunflowers are facing away, which is kind of sad. But then on this side, whoa. Look at that, all the sunflowers, that is so cool. Epic build. I am a huge fan, and this path that I made at the start is, like, I do not regret making this. This is really nice. It's really nice to just be able to run up this path and not have any sunflowers in my face. But if I want to run through the field, wow, amazing. I'm in a field of sunflowers, so cool. Now, the next biome that I want to build in is one of Minecraft's newest biomes. And I found it when I went through this portal, which was from when I first came up to the nether roof in my hardcore world, and I realized I didn't bring anything to build a portal to escape the nether roof. So here I was, trading with piglins and doing everything that I could to get out, and eventually I did, and I went through this portal, and what should I find other than a cherry grove right down there? So I reckon this is the perfect spot to build a bit of a cherry grove biome house, because it happens to be the biome that I need to build that house in. I need some cherry logs first of all, and I'm also just gonna generally need to clear out this space. Alright, I've gotten rid of a bunch of the cherry trees here, and I don't really have any plan for this build. I'm just gonna go and build a cherry house using these materials. Not a whole lot of materials, but let's just see what I can do. It'll be minimalistic, and I kind of like that. You know, I reckon for a house that I completely improvised on the spot without thinking about it very much beforehand, it's pretty nice. Pretty cute, it's pretty sweet, it's pretty simple. Kind of just decided to put stairs on the roof like that because I thought maybe that would look cool. I don't know how I feel about it. Let me know what you think in the comments. I reckon I'd like to replant some of the trees that I've just destroyed because that will just make it feel a bit more cherry grove-ish. Yeah, once those grow up, they'll be nice and beautiful, flowing in the wind. And wow, this is an absolute vibe. Go back to bed, B. Why did B get up so late to do some work? Come on, B. You gotta get some rest so you can tackle tomorrow with plenty of energy. Snore. Now, I reckon for the next biome, I'm gonna travel back to that swamp that I found earlier. Also, while I'm on my way there, I just remembered, I left a shulker box over here. Yeah, there it is. I need that. Thank you. I actually went in complete wrong direction to the swamp that I found earlier, but there's another swamp this way, so let's just go this way. Here it is. All right, right down here in this swamp, I want to build like just a bit of a dirt hut. So I think that would just be perfect for a swamp. I don't want to make it like a trashy kind of dirt hut like every noob can make. I want to try and make it like really cool if I can. It's going to be challenging, I reckon. Let's just see what we can do. The fun thing about building a dirt hut is I can kind of just make a really random organic shape with it. So I'm just going to be completely super random and just build something like a random mound of dirt. Yes, beautiful, just like that. And now I guess I'll just build it up a bit. Just a big old pile of dirt. Yeah, mate. I probably want some grass to spread here as well, so we'll just chuck some on top like this and it should spread all the way down. Now let's just add a bit of a nice deluxe gourmet double door. Oh, add some lighties. Add some doors. Nice. Or actually, I think there's something cooler we could do there. Add them on the outside here. And wow, that's amazing. That's totally what I wanted. Freaking, why is it so hard to place doors? There we go. Have them on the outside here. We'll use some tuff to make like a bit of a frame, I guess. There we go. That looks somewhat like intentional housing. We're definitely going to want some windows. I was going to use glass, but maybe using fences would look cooler. More dirt hutty. And I want to get a bit of spruce for that. Just like this. Yeah, cool. That's nice. Do a little bit more of that around here. Probably going to need bits and pieces of fence holding up this place for support because dirt isn't the most solid material to build a house out of. And it's fun to just like kind of mismatch and just make everything really random and uneven because I reckon whoever wants to live in a dirt hut doesn't know how to build a proper wood house yet. But they can put down random other stuff. Random supports, just make it kind of at least hold together somewhat. I reckon it would look pretty cool to have some chimneys floating about. That's looking good. I reckon maybe having like a couple of dark oak trees would actually look pretty cool out here. Maybe we need to grow some grass on top of this hut. Yeah, nice. Maybe we'll just put one sneaky tree on top as well. Or maybe two. Maybe I'll just see how it looks if I change one bit of this into moss. With a few mossy patches around. Yeah, I reckon that kind of brings it to life a bit more. Oh, some of the moss leaked inside. That's not exactly what I wanted. I wanted to just be dirt inside or grass, but not moss. Moss is too bright. Maybe I'll imitate some of this door frame and put it where the window frames are too. Yeah, I reckon this dirt hut actually looks a lot cooler than I thought it was gonna be. I thought this was a really bad idea and I was just gonna make a really lame base, but this actually looks really cool. I am happy with this. Seems so cozy in the nighttime as well, hearing the fireflies around the swamp and stuff. Sick. Yeah, the next biome that I want to build a house in is actually underground, down here, this lush cave. Oh my gosh, lush caves are so hecking beautiful. I just need to make sure I don't die, otherwise this entire project goes down to heck. Whoa. This is the perfect spot for me to go and build a really nice base. I just need to mob-proof it a bit. It's a bit flippin' scary. So here's my idea, right? I want to make like a nice kind of hanging platform, hanging from the ceiling, where it will have a house on top of it. I think that'll look really cool. It's just hard to climb these vines without falling down. Right there would be a good spot. All right, Chocobox, come back here. Oh, well, we'll get that in just a jiffy. Where did it go? Huh? Oh, there it is. Whew. Thought I lost my shulky with all my materials. Okay. Let's continue with our platform, and we'll just build an epic house on this. It'll look really cool. Okay, I just got a really cool idea. The way that I could get up to this platform from the ground is just a bit of a drip leaf parkour course if I can manage to build whilst parkouring. That's actually really difficult. Keep falling down and I'm like, and then, frick, I fell. Yeah, and I guess we'll just put one more there. That's so cool. That's such a fun way to enter a base, but also I could see it getting old and really annoying. And the way up onto this platform, I'm gonna need like some glowberries that come down. This is cool. This is an absolute vibe. 10 out of 10 would live here. It's just epic. Actually, I have one more idea. Hang on. Edit. Echo. Wow, look at that. That is actually really cool. Just have like a little wheat farm here so there's a nice food supply for this cave dweller. Wait. Cave dweller, isn't that like a really scary thing? Now, of course, I've got to build myself a bit of a dripstone base now that I've built myself a lush cave base. And oh my gosh, there are mobs everywhere. To make this place safe for a base. And I saw a pretty cool image on Google Images on how I could actually build a base in the dripstone caves. Because you see there's these giant stalagmite things right here, right? Wouldn't it be cool to just dig one out and build a bit of a base inside one? I reckon that's a fantastic, very cool, epic idea. Just mine out a bit of a cool room to be able to just chill out in here and be safe from the dangers. It's actually gonna look so cool from the outside, I reckon. Yeah, that is looking cool. I reckon we'll get like another room over there and a cool kind of window. Yeah, this is looking epic. Just need to connect it up with a bit of a staircase because this is higher up than the other room that I dug out. Okay, cool. That's looking great. Maybe I feel like it needs like one more window, like up there or something. One more little lookout. That's pretty cool. I reckon we should probably give this place a floor. What would you know? There's a bit of a water cave right there. Wouldn't it be epic to just have a bit of a window to showcase that rather than hide it away? Because water caves are so cool. I reckon it'd be cool to have some pointed dripstone above there like that. It'll look a bit more natural. And yeah, I reckon this place is just about good. This is pretty good. It's just done. How's it look from the outside? Yeah, that's epic. That's a cool little cozy little place. Actually, maybe there's a few more things we could do from the outside. Have a little campfire here to kind of just have a little bit of a nice camp where we hang out. Like we could just put down a pot. Feels like Terraria. A couple of other pots with eye blossoms in them. Yeah, that's cool. You know, there's this one block of grass here. It makes me kind of want to... Oh, I thought that was a creeper about to blow up my beautiful work. No, go away. With that grass there, it kind of gives me an idea. It would be cool to have just a bit of a lush kind of area here as well. Just need to grab myself some more dirt. Actually, why am I getting dirt? Grass does not spread very well in caves because it needs like heaps of light. I might just duck over home and grab some more grass and just spread that straight up. So it's kind of like the person here is trying to like create a bit of a nice green life for themselves, but they have no idea that right above them in the sky, there is a beautiful land filled with green life. But maybe they're too scared to go up there. But it doesn't matter because they've had a great time just spreading grass, spreading greenery inside their grey, gloomy cave. Yeah, that's cool. Maybe just another little extra green patch like over here. Nice. All right, I'm gonna call this place done. I'm really happy with this. That's really cool. I'm building bases that I never would have thought of building, but because I'm committing to this theme of just building a base in every biome, I'm coming up with some really unique ideas, and I'm really pleased. This is epic. This is really fun. Let's move on to the next one. Now, the final biomes in the temperate biome category that I need to build are all coastal and tropical biomes. Like this big ocean right here. I haven't built something in the ocean yet. We've got ocean, deep ocean, beach, stony beach, and mushroom fields. Right over here, we got a bit of an ocean, and I think there's a bit of deep ocean somewhere around here. Oh, actually, this is cold ocean. So no cold ocean allowed. We must do normal ocean. We're doing cold biomes later. Okay, right here is deep ocean, and we've also got a bit of ocean here as well. And of course, I've just got to build a bit of a houseboat here. I think that would be really nice. We just build one like here in the ocean, and then right over here, there's deep ocean. That'll be swimmingly beautiful. Okay, there we go. We got one houseboat, and we've got another tiny little houseboat, which is just so cute, and I love both of them. They're both really cool. Something kind of crazy happened while I was building. I found a drowned that was holding a trident and a nautilus shell, which is pretty hecking rare in Java Edition. And then I went and slaughtered that drowned, and I got myself a trident. Yeah! Oh, flip, no, that doesn't have a loyalty. Where's that going? Yeah, okay, there it is. Oh, dolphin. The one thing that really annoys me and makes me angry is the fact that I built them both facing the exact same way. It would have been a lot more natural looking if they were facing different ways, but I guess when it comes to building the cold biome houses, there's a cold ocean right there. I just have to build another houseboat right behind me facing a different direction. And if I don't face it a different direction, I'm gonna be very angry. Now for my next build, I reckon I'm gonna need a bunch of different stone types, just like this right here, because I wanna build like a cool old-fashioned lighthouse. I reckon I'm gonna need a bunch of sand to make glass for the light part of the lighthouse. And I reckon I'm also gonna want a bunch of glowstone and turn it into redstone lamps because it'd be cool to get some redstone lamps in there. I think that'll look great. Maybe I can figure out how to animate it as well. I don't really have a whole lot of redstone. See how we go. All right, that should be all the materials we need. And I'm not going to be building this on a normal beach. I'm building this on a stony beach. That is very close to my face. There we go. Unfortunately, there are no stony beaches where our other boats were that we built. But right over here, I believe, yes, Stony Beach. And this is perfect because it's on its own little island, which I think lighthouses can tend to be on their own island, at least in my imagination they are. This is like a perfect spot. This is Stony Beach, right? Yeah, Stony Shore. Sorry, not beach, it's a shore, silly man. I should know that because I'm a CringyGull. Alrighty. I reckon let's build a bit of a lighthouse, you know what I'm saying? Now I've managed to make a somewhat acceptable animated feature of this. Like, it was pretty hard to actually do the redstone in here because there's hardly any space to wire things. But I would like just another bit of redstone lamp. And I'm gonna need some glowstone and redstone for that. And then the lighthouse should be done. Oh, now that is pretty hecking cool. If I was a boat, I would know immediately, yes. There is a lighthouse there. That's actually incredible. I'm really proud of that. I do wish that I could have done a better job at animating it, but it still looks really cool. It still tells the story, and I am really happy with how this turned out. Maybe just one more little thing. I could just add a little bit of a glass thing here. A bit of glass protection. Yeah. Okay. Sick. That is the Stony Beach finish. And now I've just got 2 more temperate biomes to go. Hang on, wait a moment. I forgot that I wanted to like create a kind of cool, like, kind of heckin' bit of some little bit like this going up around about the tower, you know, a bit of vegetation would look pretty sick. Yeah, mate. Ah, frick! That was a genuine jump scare! Oi! Yeah, okay, that is really cool. I love the color of the leaves as well in the Stony Shore. That's really nice. Yeah, I reckon this is probably my favorite build of today, this lighthouse. This is so cool. So now, of course, I need to get myself some oak for the the second final temperate biome. And the reason why I said of course is because of course I need to go and do a normal beach now. I reckon oak makes for a nice beachy, tropical kind of beach shack kind of timber. So let's just gather a whole bunch of that. Right, and you know what? I'm just gonna see what I can do with those materials. Very minimalistic, but I've been enjoying that theme this video, so just gonna build a bit of a beach shack. I reckon right here on this rainy day, this beach, which is up near the sunflower farm and also right near the boats that we built earlier. Perfect spot. Let's build ourselves a beachy shack. There we go, there's our little beach shack. This is so nice, this is really cool. I definitely learnt a lot from the time I decided to build a beach shack on the Hackers server, because I was able to use some of the same things here that I learnt in that video. Speaking of learning things, if any of you genius master builders out there, or even not so master builders, have advice for me and tips, I'd love to hear it because I'm kind of just doing this challenge and building a house in every single biome so that I can improve my building skills and try new things. So if you could leave a comment if you have any ideas on how I can improve, please let me know. We've got one more temperate house to build. Let us go and sort ourselves out and be ready for that. Now, it's about time I build myself another mushroom house, but rather than going around collecting mushroom stems, which I've learnt is kind of a bit of a pain, I'm just gonna strip a bunch of pale oak logs, and I reckon that'll look close enough to mushrooms for a bit of a mushroom house. Now, another block I'm gonna want, I reckon, is quartz, just to kind of transition it a bit to turn from the bright pale oak into a slightly darker color. I happen to have a lot of quartz from when I didn't have an XP farm and just needed heaps of XP. I reckon we smelt some of this into smooth quartzies. And I would love for myself some more calcite, which I've only got one single block of that. That would be an excellent mushroomy kind of block. Let's go and find some more. Aha! There's some. I feel like I've only ever gone to the Stony Peaks to get calcite once in my entire life. And here we go, here's the second time, heck yes. Ah, so satisfying. I love mining this stuff. I don't even need a beacon for it, it's just so easy. Oh, seriously, you guys and your long noses and big eyebrows, go away. I reckon I also need some diorite. And I do think red mushrooms are classic, but you know what? They're a bit too classic. Maybe they're a bit overrated. I want to build a bit of a brown mushy. That would be cool. Ooh, such a beautiful sunset to be mining mushroom blocks to. Alright, these are all the materials I've got prepared. I reckon it's time to go build a giant brown mushy. There happens to be a mushroom biome. Hecking, don't murder me, please. There happens to be a mushroom biome right over near our Cherry Grove base that we built earlier. So if we just go back through this abomination of a portal and we fly east, we should find ourselves a mushroom biome somewhere around this ocean. This is a very vast ocean. Oh, okay, there we go. No way, are there azalea trees on that? I've never seen that before. There's a lush cave underneath this, I guess. That's so cool. Epic. We found ourselves a mushroom island, and it is truly beautiful. The sun is setting, the baby cows are mooing, and I reckon it's about time to build ourselves a giant brown mushroom. Wait a minute, no. I made a bit of a plan on how I would build this mushroom, because I didn't want to build a tiny, pathetic one. I wanted to build a massive one. And I've severely underestimated the amount of brown mushroom blocks and other things that I need. So I'm just gonna go and get a few more things, a few more blocks. BRB. All right, now I should have all the materials I need to build a giant hecking mushroom. Let's hecking do this. Alrighty, how does it look? Oh, that is so freaking epic. Oh my goodness, I love what I have built right here. That is so cool. Amazing. What an amazing build. So flippin' awesome. But of course, we must finish the story that we started halfway through the episode. Where the heck did I leave my book and quill? There it is. Okay, sick. There is like a full space up here that you can just hang out and vibe, and there's windows and stuff to look out of, because this isn't just a mushroom, this is a mushroom house, a giant mushroom house that isn't really that furnished yet. I mean, I reckon I want to save this here in case I want to move into this mushroom biome one day. These mushroom biomes are pretty awesome in hardcore because mobs don't spawn here. Oh, it's just, look at that view. Okay, let's just leave this like right here. He was writing on his book these exact words. Day, dang it. I left my other book behind, and I only just realized now, day 3 since last entrance. I have been journeying for 6 days now, I think, and I have found a giant ocean. I am setting up camp here and have made a boat to go looking for more mushroom lands. Day 4. Oh my gosh, I already found the mushroom land filled with mushrooms, mushroom grass, mushroom cows even. And there is a giant mushroom on the middle of the island. I am going to make it my home. Day 205. I can't believe I lost track of time like that, lol. A wandering trader stopped by and told me of another dimension that has even more mushrooms. Mushrooms that aren't of this world. I think I will go. Day 209. I am all packed up and ready to go searching for the mushroom dimension. I don't know if it's all mushrooms, but the wandering trader said there were big funguses. Time to go light one of the old ruined portals. Hopefully I remember to bring my hecking book with me this time. Bam! Alright. Epic story told behind this giant mushroom. Our mysterious wanderer has been searching and has found a hecking giant mushroom. Lived in it for a long time, like 200 days. Oh my goodness, that's a long time, isn't it, Eugene?
Yes, 200 days is about half the amount of time you have been in this world for.
Oh yeah, true. I'm on like 410 days. Wow, crazy. And that is all of the biomes done for the temperate category. G'day, mate. I started on a quest to build a base in all 64 of Minecraft's epic biomes. And today I'm going to start working on the warmer biomes. Oh, I just got a name tag. Yay, nice. I'm pretty excited because there are some really unique biomes that I can build some really epic, unique bases in. And we're going to jump straight into it, and I'm going to start with building a jungle treehouse, which is something that I've always wanted to build. Now, there is a jungle right here, but before I go ahead and build this dream jungle treehouse of I've always wanted that I've wanted always, I'm going to need the blocks for it. And let us start with getting some dark oak wood. The other material I'm going to need a bunch of is jungle wood. Who would have thought I would need jungle wood for my jungle treehouse? Also going to want a bunch of jungle saplings, I reckon, so it'll be good to just chop down this bad boy and grab as many saplings as I can. Whoa, wait, what? This jungle tree was just on these 4 blocks of dirt just hanging in the sky here. That's so weird. What is this abomination? We're meant to be in a warm biome and there's snow on a jungle tree? How evil. How unbalanced. How unnatural. Let us remove this jungle tree so it at least is no longer freezing in the cold, the poor thing. Alright, I got all the resources I need. Let's go and build my dream jungle treehouse. So if we just float on down our hill here and oh my goodness, dude. Who are you guys? Let's just take our boys this way. I don't remember what this dude's name was. I remember I named him last time I saw him, but oh well. If you remember, please let me know in the comments. So right over this way, yes, I see a jungle there. I think I want to go and build a treehouse in that jungle. Man, this is a beautiful spot for a jungle treehouse. Right by the river. Right in view of the church. Yeah, this is gorgeous, smorgeous. Alright, my friend bro, what are you doing? Let us chuck down a shulker box and let's go ahead and build a jungle treehouse. All right, this is looking so cool. We are almost done. I just need to put a roof on here, and I'm just gonna make the roof entirely out of dirt. But then I'm gonna bone meal the dirt with some magic stuff, and then it's gonna turn into some magic amazingness. And then I'm gonna plant some trees above these stumps that I've built here, and it's gonna look like a complete tree house. So I'm gonna need to grab some dirt now. Just mine a little hole underground, and here is where I will get all of the dirty dirt. Let us go ahead and fill in, as I was saying, let's go ahead and fill in this roof with just straight up dirt. All right, there we go. Look at this. This is pretty flippin' cool. Looking pretty grouse, I reckon. Well, not quite grouse quite yet, because I need to fly on back home and grab a bunch of bone meal and some moss. And let's not forget to grow our trees so it looks more treehousey. I've got to light up my house downstairs, dang it. Now it's gonna like blow up or something. I'll sort that out later. So I want to mossify this place, make it look truly beautiful. And then I dealt with the problem. Get out of here. All right. Oh my gosh, it's like only zombies and one creeper here. Flip, get out of here. Okay, how about we just put in some temporary lighting in here to prevent that from happening again? Okay, you know what? I actually quite like the way this looks without the giant trees on top. It looks quite nice. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm gonna keep it like that and just have a few normal, like, little trees on top. Just spam those around the place. Yeah, mate, that looks gorgeous. That is actually such a vibe. I am very pleased with that. That is so nice. That is so cool, and I am so hyped to build more bases in more biomes. Now, the next hot, sizzling biome that I want to build a base in is this desert right here. This is a perfect place to build a base, especially given I've got my portal here that leads me to my raid farm. It'd be good to just not just have this silly random little portal. It'd be good to get like something cool, something snazzy, something jazzy. And I reckon it would only make sense to make a snazzy, jazzy, cool little oasis little kind of shack. Yeah, that'd be sick. That would be so nice. That was a good suggestion from the comments. So I guess I'll just get started and start like building a little bit of a pond. Hello, camel. Yeah, this'll do. Let us water this up. Okay, and I guess I will just shape it out to be more like a pond rather than just a random puddle. Needs some depth. Yeah, okay, but this is only looking like just a random pool of water. It is a bit of a pond now, but it doesn't look like a refreshing source of life. Sleep. Let us grab some mossy moss. What other plants do we have? Oh, drip leaf would be cool, yes. Firefly bushes, yeah, nice. Moss carpet will come in handy, I reckon. So I reckon using some azalea to get some of those leaves will be good, because those stay green regardless of the biome. I reckon I would love to have some terracotta to turn into lime terracotta as well. I think that'll look really nice under the water, making it kind of more of a greeny kind of water, like in Terraria. Oh yeah, I can see this working. I can also see it not working, and we will see and work and see if it works like it would work in working conditions. Oh, very pretty. I say we add 1 or 2 more palm trees. This will look beautiful and perfect. Oh, now this looks really cool. I am so proud of this. That's so nice. Now, while I'm here with cactus flowers, someone told me, despite the fact that I told you all that it was impossible to bone meal cactus flowers, and to not bother commenting and trying to tell me in some sort of crazy way that it's still possible, and still, someone commented said it's possible. And so let's just do another little bit of a myth busting and see. Apparently, if there's lots of sand near the cactus flower, it will bone meal. Let's try this. Ready? Ah, yes. Nothing. Nothing works! You can't bone meal cactus flower, okay? I've been trying to tell you guys this for months now, and still, even though the fact that I've told you guys this, there's still gonna be another person in the comments that's gonna say, you can bone meal cactus flower! Also, if you were watching this trying to sleep, I'm sorry if I woke you up. Now I need to build a house next to this. Now I need to build a beautiful, gorgeous oasis house. Let us start by clearing a bit of space to build our sandy desert house. Let us grab some of the resources we have on us and just see what we can do with that. Build a bit of a frame. And let's cut some sandstone and use those for the walls. I reckon this jungle wood needs to be stripped. Okay, looking nice. Okay, there's a dude here. And he actually sells something I want. Oh my gosh, hang on. Thanks, man. Okay. I hecking locked in, and I finally figured out something that I like. I'm happy with this. This is cute. This is cool. I'm happy with the roof there. Got a nice mix of mud bricks and also brown mushroom, which just blends in really well with the mud bricks. And yeah, it's just like, it's beautiful. You just like walk out these doors and it's like, wow, beautiful oasis that I can drink from and live in the desert happily. That is pretty sweet. Pretty cool little build. Yeah. Love that. Let's move our portal inside the house. Very nice. Okay, that fits perfectly under the stairs, and we've got our crafting table here, and wait, how is another guy already here? Bro. Yeah, this is a really sweet build. I am really happy with this. And oh, it's nighttime and the fireflies are out. That is beautiful. This has turned out to be what an absolute vibe out of 10. Now, before I go and build more bases, I realize I should probably prepare for a future base that I am going to build in the bamboo jungle. I'm going to want a lot of bamboo wood. I've got a bit of a sugarcane farm here. It's overflowing. I've got too much sugarcane, more than I ever need, I think. So let's just transfer all of this over here. And let us replace all of the sugarcane here with bamboo. Ah, you have trapped me, you silly bamboo. But I have escaped by my trapdoors. Should really, like, increase the storage system here. That would just be a bit smart of me, wouldn't it? I don't know why I only gave these farms just, like, a double chest each. They are efficient and productive farms. I should not be lazy with them. One of the biggest tragedies of this farm that I've made, well, it looks really cool, but because of the trapdoors, the items get pushed through the trapdoors sometimes and leak into the wrong chests. So, that kind of sucks. I should have used glass, I should have made the farm differently, but I'll save that job for another time, you know, because I want to go build some more bases. Now, it was rather convenient that our wandering trader stopped by and sold me some of these, because I actually need these to make a conduit to make our next base extra epic. Whoop. Wow, it's so rare that I actually get to make these because it's just like not that common to get Nautilus shells in Java. Nice. Let's see. Okay, apparently I've got no prismarine. That's alright, we can just go get some prismarine, you know? Rain makes this a lot easier, actually. It's pretty great. Just quickly grab some of this before I get annihilated by all these fishies. Let's get out of here. Alright, right here. We have a beautiful coral reef right near our oasis, right near our raid farm, which I want to turn into like mostly glass because it's a bit of an eyesore here. Yeah, right down here. Let's chuck down our conduit. If I remember how to build one, I think it's just a bit like this. Whoa, it glows blue. That's cool. Oh, dang it. Don't tell me I didn't bring enough prismarine. Aha, there we go. I got it. Let's go. But I didn't get enough prismarine to complete it. Oh, and the rain stopped. You're joking. You know what? That'll do for now. That pathetic little conduit will do for now. I don't know if it's like a beacon where the bigger you make it, the better range it has. Or if it's like a nether portal where there's like a bare minimum you can get away with. Now, let's go and make a little sneaky little, like turn one of these coral pieces into a bit of a cheeky hideout. Sounds grouse. Alright, here are our cute little coral cottages. They're pretty sweet, pretty cool. It's pretty hard to build these though because I have to make sure that water is touching every single coral block, otherwise it dies and that's just sad. I got like a nice little cozy little interior here, place for me to sleep. I'm happy with these cute little additions here, and I've got some pretty cool ideas for what we could do in the future with another conduit. But let us continue on. I want to build something not in the water because I'm kind of sick of being wet. Now, before I continue on with this project, I actually really hecking need some more shulker boxes. I've only got these 2 here that are spare, and I really want some more, so let's go end busting. Alright, I'm back from end busting, and I got myself some pretty good stuff. I got a lot of shulker shells. I've got heaps of, like, weapons, tools, and armor now, especially armor, like, what the heck? Look at all this. This is good. This is handy. This is dandy. And I even tried to bring a shulker back to the overworld to be friends with, but he died in a tree. No! That was unfortunate. But yes, now I'm ready to continue building bases. The next base I'm going to build... Hang on, let me just look at my list of bases. I want to build a big wheat farm in the savanna biome. I think that would be really cool there, like a big wheat field, basically. It'd be really handy as well because wheat is a good resource to have because you need it to make target blocks and also packed mud. So I reckon I'll just grab for myself my hoe. And do I have many wheat seeds? Yes, I've got a few. And let's go ahead and let's have a bit of a peaceful Minecraft farming session right over here. Oh, what a beautiful spot for a giant wheat field. I've been tending these fields for so much time, and I'm ready to tend them even more and hoe the heck out of them and water the fields and grow heaps of wheat and yeah. Alright, we got ourselves a lot of water planted and now I'm ready to plow the fields. Let's go and plow the fields. Alright, now that I've got myself some stone borders over here, I'm ready to plow these fields. Alright, now that I've lit up the place, I'm ready to plow the field. I plowed some of these fields, but I haven't plowed all of them because my hoe's nearly broken, bro, so it's broken, near fix it. Alright, now that my hoe's repaired, I can— Hey! Get off of my property! I'm ready to plow the field. I spent my whole life plowing these fields, and I finally finished plowing them, and now I've got to sow some seeds in them. Except I don't think I really have enough seeds. We'll just see what I can do with this many stacks and then continue on from there. Oh, that's as far as I got? Like, really not that far at all. That's like 9 stacks of seeds right there. I was expecting a little bit more than that, but well, yeah, let's chuck this back on and let's take my overalls off. There we go. Wait, no, I'm a freaking dragon. Okay, alright, I'm me. That is great. I love being me. Well, I guess while we wait for this all to grow, I'm gonna build like this really nice little windmill kind of base right in the very middle of this entire thing, and it's gonna look glorious. Alright, I've spread this as much as I can, but I need to go and do some stuff IRL now, so I reckon I'm just gonna AFK so that this can all grow up a bit, and then tomorrow we'll get back at it, and then it should hopefully be done. I made this sweet little AFK room. It's so pretty, it's so nice, so cozy, and I'll see you tomorrow. It's a new day, and there is a lot of wheat for me to farm. It's not like I really needed an AFK for that long before it was all fully grown as well, so— Oh, it's beautiful to be playing Minecraft again. Oh my goodness. It's only been like, I mean, I was literally playing it all day yesterday. Yeah, this is nice. What a vibe. We got Gary here. We got my wheat. It's just beautiful. And one of the things that I lacked doing in the last episode of doing all the bases in every biome was, well, I kind of just built bases and didn't really have a use for any of them except maybe like the fishing ones, like the ones that are at the ocean. And I want to make more bases in this video that actually have a function, just like how we've got our wheat farm here. I frequently need myself some wheat, so this is going to be very good to have. Finally, we have finished wheatifying this entire field, and this build is now done and ready for me to harvest heaps and heaps of wheat for days to come whenever I need packed mud or target blocks or just hay bales in general. It's great, it's fantastic, it's gluten, it's amazing. Now let's see how much bamboo we've made, because if we've got enough, I'd love to make my bamboo house next. Okay, that's pretty heckin' freaking a lot, but is it enough? That makes me like a few stacks of bamboo wood. Yeah, that's like 4.5 stacks of bamboo. I reckon I'll just go to a bamboo jungle and see how far that takes me, because I mean, if I need more bamboo, I'm literally in the bamboo jungle. I can just harvest some more bamboo. I guess I'll put together a box of basic materials that might help me in my journey of building this. Oh, I've got more bamboo in here. Yeah. And then let's go over to a bamboo jungle. So I believe there is a bamboo jungle in this general direction. I mean, here's a jungle, and oh, this is looking amazing with all that wheat growing. Wow, I love this build. Aha! That looks like a bamboo jungle to me. Right by the river. Yeah, that's nice. Let's just clear out some space, and let's build a bit of a bamboo shack, I reckon. Now that That is a really cool build. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with this. This is so nice. What an absolute vibe. I really like it here. The mosaic bamboo is really cool, and I'm really pleased with how I did the roof of this build. Like, we got ourselves a bit of a mossy roof there, which is so freaking cool, and it's also got leaves, and oh, this is actually just so pretty. That fits so well right in the jungle there. That's actually so incredible. Oh, man. I'm so happy. I'm really happy with that. I like never build with yellow. I don't really like yellow as a color, and this actually just worked really well. Heck to the hecking freaking yeah. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this challenge to build a base in every biome was to actually just push myself and just build bases that I would never try building before. And I think it's really helping me with my build skills to actually like improve and get out of my comfort zone and just build new things. Hey, so you remember this place that I built, this coral house? It's pretty nice, pretty sweet, and I built this other coral house. Well, I thought I wanted to do something to cover up my raid farm that I have near these places. Because, you know, I mentioned it's like kind of ugly to just have it kind of sitting there, just in the sky. And the whole thing about this world is I want to have this world aesthetically pleasing. So I built this. And I didn't really record any of it. I mean, I recorded a time lapse, which is pretty cool, which you're probably seeing on the screen right now. I really want to add more details and more cool stuff, but the thing is, it needs to be entirely mob proof, which makes it just a little bit more tricky to build this and to add details, because every block that I place, I need a spawn proof. And I think this whole thing is spawn proof. I guess we just got to find out. See if any bad boys spawn when I use the raid farm. Chuck my chest plate on, drink a little bit of black poison, and let's see how it goes. I actually wouldn't mind if it goes wrong, because it'd be kind of awesome to fight a raid on a ship. I feel like I'm fighting off pirates. It's only going to be a matter of time till we find out if they can spawn anywhere that we don't want them to spawn. Yeah, let's go. That's good. That's great. That's fantastic. I've put carpets on all of the wool here. I've put buttons around. I've got slabs around. I've pretty cleverly hidden a bunch of blocks from being spawn blocks. Oh yeah, we don't want any of those bad boys escaping. Yep, jump into that lava. Yeah. It's looking like it works like a charm. It is safe. It is qualified as still of working and functioning farm, and it still makes me laugh a lot. The sound of the pillagers dying behind me. Oh, that just looks sick in the distance. Hang on. From our oasis, we just see this epic ship in the background. That is so cool. Such a cool backdrop. I love that. Now, the next base, I'm gonna build it in a biome that I feel like I never ever see. I feel like I only ever see it when I deliberately go and see it. I guess it's one of the rarest biomes in the game. And that biome is the wooded badlands. I never really ever have the desire to be here because the trees are brown and ugly and gross, but I reckon with a cool build, I can appreciate this place a lot more. And this is a really cool spot. There's like a really nice view of all these other mountains and stuff. I reckon like right here, yeah, right here would be a beautiful spot for a watchtower. So it's built high up in the sky, and I can look at all of the beautiful Minecraft world from up at the top of the watchtower. Let's chuck this down. Let's get into it. Now, I've been placing blocks for many years, and I got many stories to tell. So let me just tell you one old story. It's an old story from long ago, and it changed my life. Now, I'm a guilty old sinner. I was once dead in my sins, and I was so bad that I was considered an enemy of God himself. But God himself came down, and he died on the cross for my sins and rose again on the third day. So now I've been made alive through my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Hallelujah. Now isn't that the best story ever told? I hope one day you can find this amazing grace that's been shown upon me too. I pray to God you will. Okay, that is a lot cooler than I was expecting to be able to build. Man, it's been a while since I built myself a watchtower, and I'm really pleased with this. I am chuffed to bits. From this watchtower, we can see all the beautiful sunsets and sunrises and all of the beautiful desert lands around us. Actually, such a vibe. Yeah. This is neat. This is beat. This is amazingness, and I am complete with that sentence. I completed that sentence, and I tried to rhyme and stuff. Was that awesome? Like and subscribe if that was awesome. Now, I've had to travel pretty far out to get to the next biome that I'm going to build in, and that is the eroded badlands. Unfortunately, there were no eroded badlands near where I just was. Right here we are. In the eroded badlands. Doesn't really look any different. Like, I don't know, I guess these little pillars here are eroded. I'd love to find something that looks more like a pillar that is more erodedness. What the heck? Is that just a spider? There's a cave spider spawning here, but it's just out in the open and there's no spider webs covering it. Wow, that is kind of cool. I think this is probably the closest I'm going to get to what I have in mind for this base. Yes, this is eroded badlands. This thing right here. And I want to turn this specific pillar into a bit of a base. I reckon it'd be cool to just like kind of carve a bit of a room into this and turn it into a nice exquisite hideout. I'll just chuck a bit of a door in here. Just build a nice bit of a room. I probably could set up a beacon with haste, but then I don't want to accidentally insta-mine the entire pillar by accident. Just make a bunch of different windows and stuff for us to look outside this pillar. It's getting very tight trying to like make a room in here without just mining the entire thing that I'm in. Yeah, it's basically impossible at this point. I think that I'm going to call this the top of the house. Can be kind of like a nice lookout point at the top. Yeah, that'll be nice. Sweet. Let's make some panes. Place some nice glass windows about the place. I'm going to need to use some slabs to make them kind of make more sense. It's looking kind of cool, actually. I'm keen for when it's done. How to turn any random piece of land into something cool is to just mine out rooms in it and then add windows. Okay, I got a little bit carried away and this is looking really cool. I did a bit of interior design for this one because I just couldn't help it. I feel like that's kind of the main thing of this. Like otherwise the exterior is literally just windows. So in here we got like a nice little kind of room where we kind of enter in, and obviously whoever lives here, they like books. They like their books. It's the first thing that they see when they're in their house. And up here, even more books. Oh my goodness, this person really likes books. And up here, there's shelves for more books, but I guess there are no books in those shelves. And we got another desk to read a book while looking at this beautiful view. And then up here, we've got like a little bed and just like a place to ponder. Or maybe sit on this couch and read more hecking books. And then up here, we've got like a nothing room. Like just, I don't know, maybe you lie on the floor and read books in there or something like that. Or you stand at this window and think about the books you have read. And then up here, we got a cartography table to write books. And up here, we got a place to practice reading our books out loud to the world. Yeah, this is a pretty sweet little base, a place where I will come and study and read my books. It is actually really cool. I love my chimneys that I've placed down as well. Dang, there's a lot of other cool things over here as well. You know, it'd be cool to see like on an SMP if people just found an eroded badlands and everyone moved in, made like this village of all these cool kind of bases that everyone lived in. Which, speaking of SMPs, you should play my SMP, Salty MC. We get up to some pretty cool stuff on there, and it's got custom biomes, so I want to see some cool bases from you guys. I like to go around, stream on it regularly to check out people's bases and to hang out. The IP and port are in the description, or also on the screen right now, so yeah, you should check it out. It's a pretty epic place. Now we've done eroded badlands, and we have done wooded badlands. But what about regular badlands? Interesting. Regular badlands, you've got like the red sand here, and then you've also got like just the terracotta, I think, unless terracotta is counted as wooded badlands. Okay, never mind. I thought the wooded badlands was just the forest part, but I guess it's just the red sand is normal badlands. Right? Huh? I'm still in wooded badlands? Wait, what the heck is regular badlands then? Anyone explain to me the difference? Is this badlands or wooded badlands? This is wooded badlands. What? Is badlands even a real biome? Oh, wait, I just saw badlands. Aha! Oh, okay, this tiny patch here is badlands. I cannot build a base in that. Hang on. Oh, okay, this is badlands here. Okay, sweet. This island of red sand here. Wow, oh my gosh, these shaders are absolutely gorgeous. So right here, we've got ourselves some badlands, and we're gonna build a bit of a saloon, I reckon. I reckon that'd be super cool, like a Wild West kind of saloon, actually. Oh. I've already prepared all the materials that I may need. This is pretty cool. Let's see what we can build with all that. Yeah, mate, this is pretty flippin' awesome. I'm actually a huge fan, and I even did a full interior, which is just like insanely cool. We've got like, you know, a place to come and grab a drink. We've got some wake-up juice in here. We've got all sorts of amazing things like pool table, makes me want to play some pool. And I even added a bit of accommodation up here in the top. You've got beds, you've got rooms that you can rent out for those who are traveling who need a place to stay. Oh! How beautiful and epic this is. I could just hang out here and vibe here for a long time. If only it was a multiplayer world, because it would kind of be actually fun to like hang out with people in this, but that's okay. I've got my other multiplayer worlds. Just you, me, and it's just you and me. It's just you and me, Eugene. We can hang out in here.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. What do you want? Alright, it's about time I build myself some sort of mangrove swamp house. This is going to be a challenge for me. I've never had the desire to build a base in a mangrove swamp. I've always just found they're just kind of ugly and gross and weird, so this will be interesting. I reckon I want to find an open space like this one, yeah. This is a nice bit of a pond right here, which is pretty cool actually. And I reckon I want to build a bit of a pond base in a lake. It'd be cool. Whoa. This is pretty cool. Just build some pillars upwards. Goodness me, those pillars stretch down quite far, don't they? That kind of makes it extra epic. Need a little bit of a lily pad platform to work on here. Yeah, let's just build a bit of a house here. I'm going to use campfires to make like a nice little platform, which you might think is kind of crazy, unless you don't think it's crazy, I guess, which you probably don't think it's crazy because you probably know exactly what I'm going to do. And that is I'm going to use a shovel to uncampfire the campfires. Let's just take a moment to appreciate this beautiful platform. No, shovel, because that makes it look like this cool, nice, like kind of like woody, loggy kind of platformy thing. I don't know how to describe it, but that's my description, and you're just gonna have to subscribe because of that. Yeah, that's actually really cool. Now let us use our beautiful red, vibrant mangrove planks to fill in some walls. Hopefully I've got enough glass for these windows. I don't think I do. We will just change the shape of the windows to save the glass, I guess. And now let us make the roof. Oh, that is cool. Look at that. This is a really sweet, cozy little mangrove shack. How splendorous, how beautiful, how wholesome, how sweet. We've even got the little boat with chest here because that was added when the mangrove Mograns were added. Yeah, just gotta say, like, I don't think I've said this yet. I think this is an absolute vibe. So cute, so cozy, so amazing. Now there's actually 2 more savanna biomes that I haven't covered yet. I've already built a big wheat farm in the normal savanna biome, but then there's also the savanna plateau. And I want to get myself a bunch of savanna wood, or acacia wood, because, well, I would like to use that to build. So let's choppy chop. Alright, I reckon that's everything we need. And I reckon it'd be really cool if we build this on this hill right over here. That's savanna plateau, and that is where I want to build the base, in view of our main base, in view of our nice windmill barn house, and in view of a fair few things. It'll be great. Let's do it. There we go. There's our elevated acacia plateau savanna hut. It's a pretty sweet little build. Definitely adds to the atmosphere of just my world, just having these cool builds around. Let's see how it looks from my base. Yeah, nice. That is so cool. Just a really subtle, casual, off in the distance thing in the backdrop. That's nice. Yeah, that is cool how it just goes away in a fog like that. That's really sweet. Now, windswept savannas are pretty hecking crazy. Look at this. This is a windswept savanna. It's just like this really rare, strange piece of land where everything just kind of goes nuts, and there's floating islands everywhere. It's just your average Minecraft biome, I guess. But it's not average. It's actually quite rare. And I was thinking it'd be pretty funny to just grab one of these islands like this one and just build a really average, like, villager house on it. Yeah, let's just get ready to do that and just do it. It's gonna be amazing. Alrighty, we have got ourselves a little bit of an acacia hut just on top of this rock right here, and I thought I'd add a little bit of a story, as if it's kind of being ripped from the ground itself with all these other rocks, like, floating up with it or falling down from it. I don't know. I thought that'd be kind of cool. Let me know what you reckon in the comments. Now, the last overworld warm biomes that I have left before I head in a tackle and head into the nether are the ocean biomes. And I want to make like this cool little glass bubble, but in order to do that, I'm going to need to smelt like tons of sand. And this little bit of a smelter is just not going to do. I want something a bit more automatic. It might not be as efficient, but it's going to be more convenient. There we go. There's a nice and efficient, nice little smelter. Got our fuel input here, and we got our input here, and we've got our output here. Now I just gotta wait for all the glass to smelt up. I actually think I need to get more sand, so I guess while we wait for that, I'll go and get more sand. Alright, we've got all of the glass we need, and while it was smelting, I was getting all of the other resources I wanted to build a nice kind of deserty looking house. Let's grab our materials. Let's go and find a spot. Alright, so right here in front of our lighthouse, we have got a nice, big, deep lukewarm ocean. Now think about it, this isn't really a warm biome, but it's not also a temperate biome or a cold biome, it's just a lukewarm biome. Wow. I want to find a nice bit of a spot that has plenty of room. Yeah, this is looking nice. Right here, look at these fishies hanging out. Yeah, this is beautiful. I reckon it's about time we get building. I'm gonna build a glass dome, and I look like I'm frozen in time, which is kind of cool. Let's do it. Okay, that is really cool. Just this glass bubble in the ocean, and it's not even finished yet. I need to like drain it out, which I realize I don't actually have any like spongy mungy. Let's go get some spongy mungy, I guess. Mate, I reckon this is the most satisfying sound in the game. Oh yeah! Sizzly fizzly, I loved it. All right. Oh, this is so cool being on the inside. What? How much can we do with just one sponge on the top here? Not a whole lot. What if we just like spam them? Okay, that did a little bit, but not a whole lot. I don't think I can rely on the strategy of just spamming them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like do the whole thing where you drain things and it's a little bit of a grind. Let's do it. Let's hecking just do it. Actually done this before where I've drained a large portion of volume and I completely forgot that like it's actually dark in here, so there's a bunch of dudes here waiting to kill me. Alright, we have fully cleared out this air bubble and now it really is an air bubble. Like, there's so much air in here, I can breathe so good right now, it's amazing. Now I just want to like kind of clean up the place, make it look a little bit more sandy, and I reckon we'll build a beautiful bit of a base. Wow, okay, I did not know I could build something this cool. This is actually so insanely nice. What an absolute vibe. I've got like this beautiful blue lighting everywhere and blue theme, like in this contrasting yellow sandy desert house. This is really nice. And I did a bit of an interior as well, just some basic tables with decorations and one of these guys. And up here we got like a bit of a bedroom, just simple stuff, pretty nice. And we got the balcony here. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh yeah, also, I wanted to put some chickens in here. Yeah, let's go. It's a proper survival hideout with a food source and everything. How does it look from the outside? Oh yeah, that's actually so cool. That's actually really cool. Ah, man. Building is so fun in Minecraft. It's almost as if it's designed to be that way. Who would have thought it? Oh, and now it's daytime and we got like these sunbeams coming in. Oh, this is so cool. Now for the next build, I'm gonna build something pretty ambitious, something that I haven't really tried much of before. And I'm not gonna tell you anything because I want to be more mysterious. Yeah. It's gonna be very unique gradients and colors and texturing, and I'm pretty excited to see how it hecking goes. Firstly, I'm going to need to grab for myself a bunch of crimson wood, which, oh boy, what a lovely biome to exist in. We're gonna build a cool base in here later, I reckon. I'm also going to need some red terracotta and some purple terracotta. Now this is going to be in the lukewarm ocean, and so I reckon I want to make some white glass to kind of mess around with making some waves. I reckon that could look pretty cool if I do it right. I'm gonna need some red sandstone, which I know I did get some when I was making my Badlands builds. I don't think I got heaps of it. Yeah, just 2 stacks. Yeah, let's go and mine some of that. All right, these are all the materials I need to build something pretty hecking epic. Let's go and build something pretty hecking epic. Yeah, this is my beautiful raft. It's pretty sweet, like pretty cool build. It's top 10 builds of this video. It's also getting chased by a giant sea serpent. Ah! It actually looks so cool. Oh my goodness. Just imagine you like make this little raft and you're like, I'm gonna go off to sea, I'm going on a great adventure. And then this thing rocks up and obviously whoever was piloting this has done a full turnaround and is going right back to land. Actually so incredibly cool. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. Like I'm really happy with the purple and orange and red and gold color combo that I've got here. And like the animated movement of this water being splashed, it looks very real. Yeah. I'm pretty pleased with this. This is actually so cool. And another really cool thing about this is if you come inside, it actually feels like you're on the inside of like a dragon's tummy. And if I just add sound effects of like what that would sound like, it's like, oh dear. Yeah, oh no, I've been swallowed by a giant sea serpent. It genuinely does really feel like I'm on the inside of a dragon's tummy. This is so crazy. Yeah, that's an crazily beautiful, incredible build. Now, we're finally up to the nether bases, which are the hottest bases we could possibly build in the entire universe. And I reckon I'm going to start with the Crimson Forest right here. I reckon that would be gorgeous. Or maybe the Crimson Forest over here. There's a few Crimson Forests around. And I'm not going to build like the red warped fungus. I reckon the contrast would be really nice to build a blue warped fungus in here and then a red nether wart fungus inside a warped forest. The contrast would just look amazing with the red and the blue. So I actually want to start with building a red fungus in a blue biome. Okay, so I'm going to need a whole lot of red fungusness. It's going to be great. Just I always love harvesting the nether materials and getting attacked by literally everything in the dimension except for striders. I just realized that apparently I need efficiency 5 to insta-mine the nether warts, which is hecking annoying. So I'm going to go and do that. All right, now let us do some epicness. Alright, there's a bunch of dangerous resource gathering accomplished, and I even went and started like gathering resources for other nether bases, which is pretty handy dandy. But we're going to focus on the big red mushroom now, so let us, well actually there are a few other overworld things I need to get first, hang on a moment. Alright, there we go, that's all the materials I need. Let's go and build a giant hecking mushroom, it's going to be giantly heckingly epic. I just need to go and find a good warped forest, which I'm going to turn off shaders so I can actually see where I'm going. Oh my goodness, Crimson Forest is everywhere. That is going to make it easy to pick a spot for a Crimson Forest warped mushroom, but I need a warped forest to build a Crimson warped forest mushroom. Did that make sense? It maybe made $1. Fly through the vines. Ow, that was a solid vine apparently. What? Aha! I see blueness. Hello, blueness. Can I build a redness in your blueness? Thank you. Yeah, this is a cool spot. This is a cool spot. Let's do it right here. Let's do it right here. We hecking go. Oh my goodness, this looks so cool. And that does contrast verily nicely with this blue mushroom biome. Now we've got this big, thick, epic red crimson stem. I'm really happy with this. This looks very homey and wow, it glows like crazy in shaders. Just down here, you know, you got a little bit of a nice bit of an entrance and just in here, I mean, I haven't done any interior, but whoa. That looks crazy. I've only just turned on shaders after building this whole thing without shaders. And the glowing crimson stem is like really weird on my eyes, but I kind of love it. Oh, and look at this view. What a view of the nether biomes. That is so cool. Oh, man, I love this. This is a really cool base. Now, of course, we ought to continue our mushroom story of the mushroom wanderer who remains ever so mysterious. This is such a crazy room. I kind of just want to leave it right in the middle here. Oh, that's kind of scary, actually. Things are getting dark in this story. Day, I don't know. Let's start back at 1. I am off to find the mushroom dimension. Day 2. I have found a ruined obsidian structure of sorts, and there is a chest that contains this hot bowl thing. I think this might be the portal to the mushroom dimension. I will camp here tonight. Day 3. I was holding the hot bowl and accidentally fell over and dropped it on the obsidian thing, and it lit the portal. Wow. I guess I will go in tomorrow because I am kind of terrified. Day 4. Okay, I am ready to go in. I am not afraid. Day 5. Okay, I really am going to go in this time. Day 59. Alright, I have got some courage and I will go in for real. Day 60. This dimension is like nothing I have ever seen before. It does have mushrooms, but it also has giant evil pigs that want to trade things with me. I am going to hide in a hole and cry, and hopefully tomorrow I'll find more mushrooms. Day 70. I left my hole due to running out of rations. I walked and avoided dangers, and now I have ended up in a spot where I can see a strange blue biome. I will look tomorrow. Day 71. I don't actually know how many days it's been because my clock does not work here. But anyway, I found a giant blue fungi forest. It is crazy. Inside this forest, there is a big red fungi. I have got lots to learn here. Day 105. I have been here for a long time. I think time is becoming weird. There are signs that there are more fungi in this dimension. Tomorrow, I will search. Bam! There we go. Okay, we've got a really cool story behind this build of our mysterious mushroom wanderer trying to study the mushrooms in all of the dimensions. This dude, he might be losing his mind a bit. It's a bit of a concern. But anyway, let's go on to the next biome. I reckon I want to build a Soul Sand Valley build. Yep, let's do that. I reckon I want to build like a dragon skeleton. I think that would look sick inside the Soul Sand Valley. And I'm going to need just various different amounts of white blocks, including calcite and all sorts of other stuff to make some pretty cool gradients and transitions. Right inside this shulker box, I've got all of the materials I need. Now let's build a base in probably the most annoying biome to build a base in, you know? It's gonna be great. Let's do it. And for no other reason other than being my random old self, I thought I would do an ironic freestyle rap for this segment. I'm a dragon skelly guy, and I like to hang out in the Soul Sand Valley with all of my friends, but they are all dead, and so am I. So how about that? I'm the skelly guy. Things are getting pretty bony, but certainly not lonely. So how about we all go to the sunset? But there is no sunset in this dimension. So how about we mention the fact that there is no sunset in this dimension? So what did you think about my story? It's pretty cool, it's definitely not boring. Don't forget to not forget to remember about the dragon skelly guy. Yeah. Alright, we've got a beautiful, safe, nice dragon skeleton house, and it is quite a vibe. Look at this, we've got a full interior, we've got some nice lighting, like blue lighting, we've got soul campfires here, which just adds to the vibe. And I just went crazy and kept it skeleton themed. We got the skull paintings, all 2 of them. We've got bones and item frames. We've got skulls that I scavenged from a deep dark. We've even got a wither skull as well. Yeah, it's it's fantastic. And I even wrote some bone poems. There once was a bone. It was all alone. It was a sad old bone. Its heart was cold as stone. Because bones bounce like big bountiful balloons, I begged to be a bouncing bone baboon. But bones bounced on balconies bounce little, so Betty's bones broke badly because they're brittle. Oh, how I long for good bones, but my bones just keep breaking. So I sit here and I moan and I groan, while my joints never cease aching. Truly beautiful poetry. Yeah, this is an absolute vibe. That's a really cool build. It's hard to take it seriously when you go inside, but I actually really love that. I actually really love that interior. It tells such a good story. Now, I reckon next up is Basalt Deltas, where I'm gonna build the suggested Basalt Castle. But I'm realizing I don't have a cactus farm, which, you know, green dye you can only get from cactus, which is kind of crazy, but that's just the way it is. And I want cyan terracotta for this, so I'm just making a quick and easy and simple cactus farm. There we go. That's pretty sweet. Now that that's out of the way, let us make some cyan terracotta. I actually needed a lot more than just cyan terracotta. There's all this stuff, but I'm ready. Ready to go build a hecking epic castle. Let's go. It's once again going to be a dangerous place to build. Hopefully I don't lose my forever world, because that would be very sad, and then it wouldn't necessarily be a forever world anymore because it would be gone. Let's see. It's so hard to see with all this amazing shadiness. Aha! Okay, that's some serious... This is going to be a very... How am I going to build this? This is going to be so hard. We can do this. We can hopefully do this. You and me, Eugene.
No thanks. I'll just watch.
Okay, just me then, I guess. Okay, here we are in our empty basalt castle. I don't really know what I want to do on the inside of this, so I'd love to welcome your suggestions in the comments section. It's a pretty crazy looking build, like just inside the basalt deltas. Like, it kind of blends in there, which is actually kind of sick, and like the magma running up the walls. It is a cool castle. It's just kind of hard to see, but that's kind of part of the character, I guess. It's kind of like this ancient, blending into the environment, melting away castle. I'm a huge fan of all the smoke that I got with all the campfires that I placed down as well. Very epic. Now, I'm up to the nether wastes, and I wanted to kind of kill two stones with one bird and build a bit of a piglin trading hole as well as a nether wastes biome. And for that, I thought I'd build a gold temple, or more like a blackstone temple with a gold trim, which will look just hecking sick. So I just need to grab myself 30 stacks of blackstone, and then I should be alright. I just get a little bit of yellow stuff as well, and then I should be alright. And then I'll also get a bit of gold as well, and I should be alright. No! It got rid of all my blackstone. It's a bit of a pain, isn't it? Ooh! Hello. I thought I'd just mine a bit at the bottom of the world and just blow up some stuff, because I often find blackstone that way, so... I found some ancient debris. That's pretty nice. Oh, there's even more. Yay. Oh my gosh. I freaking keep finding more ancient debris. Dude, what is this? I'm gonna be able to make my diamond hoe netherite hoe after this, and that's just pretty fantastic if you ask me. One of the other main materials I need is bamboo, because unfortunately you can't make stairs out of pure gold, so bamboo stairs is the next new thing, which will be very good for a nice roof. And I got plenty of bamboo, because I've been doing plenty of AFKing and stuff. So much AFKing, it's just... been making me so much bamboo, you know? I may have done a little bit too much AFKing because it's nearly day 1000. It'd be really nice if there was a tool that could insta-mine glowstone, because it kind of sucks to get a huge amount of. That's alright, I'll just get 600 glowstone at the speed of a snail. It's beautiful life. You know what I love about striders? They just climb up the top of what lava falls and get stuck there forever. Alright, that's all the glowstone that I need. That is nice to get that done. And that's all the materials I need for a gold basalt temple. I mean, blackstone temple. Yeah, let's go. Question is, where do I want to build it? I mean, obviously in the nether wastes, but which nether wastes? There's so many nether wastes in the wasteland of the nether wastes. It needs to be in a convenient spot, because I'm going to visit this nether waste place frequently. I reckon over this way. This island would actually be kind of sick, because it's like a floating island with a bank museum of gold on it. Museum, bank, temple. I mean, it's kind of going to look like any of those things. That ghast is having a nice bath. How lovely. Looks sick. This is actually so cool to come across in the nether. Like, that looks like a legit gold temple that the piglins would just love. I mean, the zombified piglins love it, you know, it's pretty good. And on the inside, it just looks insane. Like the glowing floor and the lava pouring into it. It actually looks so cool. And I plan on turning this into a gold farm in a live stream, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that when I do that. That leaves us with just one more hot biome to go on this adventure, and then we're ready to move on to cold biomes, and that is the Crimson Forest. Let's build something really flippin' beautiful. Yeah. I've already got all the materials I need, so let's do it. That was absolute torture. I had all sorts of mobs just attacking me, and I actually had near-death experiences, or near Eugene death experiences. Thankfully, neither of us died. That was pain and suffering, so I hope you press like on the video. Day 1. I spent a long time, I don't know how long, and I finally found a new amazing giant mushroom biome. But this one is terrible. Everything keeps trying to eat me. Thankfully, I found a giant fungi to live in. Day 3. When I was looking for this crimson mushroom foresty biome place, I found a great fortress, and it had fire dudes. One of them gave me this glowing orange rod, but something crazy happened. I tripped over and it turned into some sort of powder, and then even crazier, it then got blown by some sort of wind into one of the green pearl things that I found from the blue biome, and now it's turned into a different green pearl eye-looking thing. I am not going to stay here long. It is too dangerous. I will go find my way back to the overworld, and I will study this green eye thing. Maybe it will lead me to find my mind again, because I am kind of losing it, TBH. Okay, there you go. I completely forgot before to admire my build. I was complaining too much about how I kept nearly dying. Look at this! That is really cool. I'm really happy with how this turned out. It was so dangerous to build this. This is probably the worst biome to build this in. But I had to do it. Had to build a base in every biome, and I thankfully managed to survive. Barely. Well, if I did die, Eugene would have just sacrificed himself for me.
I have no such obligation.
What do you mean? You're my totem.
I am your Eugene.
Ha
ha ha ha ha ha ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Haha.
Okay, well, anyway, stay tuned for part 3, where we build a biome in every cold base. G'day, mate. I've been working on a massive quest to try and build something cool in all 64 of Minecraft's biomes, and I'm finally gonna make a start on the cold biomes today. There are 26 cold biomes in Minecraft, and the first one I'm gonna start with is the Grove, right over here, right next to my main base. And I'm going to build a very functional base here, a base that I'm going to actually use a lot, especially in this video, and that is going to be an automatic wood farm. That is going to make things a lot easier going forward. But, of course, as always, I must get the resources I need for this. Firstly, I'm going to fly over to my wood shed. There's also a shed for many other purposes. And let's see, how much dark oak do I have? Yeah, I've only got a stack and a bit. I need 10 stacks of dark oak for this build that I have in mind. Let's just fly over here then, and we will demolish a bit of a dark oak forest. Yeah! Alright, there is more than 10 stacks of dark oak logs. I'm also gonna need a bunch of spruce logs. Let us choppy these down. I'm also gonna need to head into my woodshed, which is not just a woodshed, but a few other things shed, to grab some deep slate. Aha! Wow, okay, I've got a lot there. Hang on, I need a shulker box. Apparently my ender chests are not on me. What? And all old storage system is getting sorted into my new storage system, so everything's a mess at the moment while the copper golem's sorted out. Aha! There's some shulker boxes. Sweet. All right, chuck all those in there and chuck these in there. Grab a few of those. Back to what I was doing. Going to need some brown mushrooms. I'm going to need some other various types of wood and some glass and some other random stuff. Okay, I'm ready to go. This is going to be a big build because it's trying to cover up a farm that's explosive, and if I make it small, then everything will explode, so I need to leave enough space, but it's going to be fun, so let's do it. Grab all this, have a little sneaky bit of a nap. And right here, I reckon just up there is a perfect place to build my wood factory kind of thing. I don't really know. It's going to be cool. I drew a picture of kind of an idea of what I want to build, and now it's time to bring that into fruition reality. I believe I've finished the tree farm aspect of this, but all the freaking water keeps freezing. Stop it. I guess we're just gonna have a bit of a moment of truth and just flick this lever to hopefully see it work in action. In theory, TNT will be raining from the skies. Yeah. Okay. Were there always that many particles with TNT? Sweet, it works. Now I've just got to turn this drawing into a build that surrounds this without the build blowing up. Sounds fun? Let's do it. There is CringyGull's Wood Factory of Justice. It actually looks so cool. Like, usually it's just a random redstone contraption and scaffolding in the sky. But now it is an epic kind of wizard tower that magically produces wood out of nothing, and it has my face on it, which is actually sick. We go up inside the wood tower. I haven't actually tested any of this out yet. We've just got ourselves a very beautiful interior of redstone stuff, so it's nothing fancy. It's meant to just be like a functional kind of place, and man, it looks so cool. I haven't tested it out yet, though. I don't know how much of it's gonna blow up, or if it's just not gonna work if I somehow broke the farm while I was building the aesthetics of it. So I need to go and get myself some bone meal and some saplings to see just how this bad boy goes. Let us row our... Excuse me? Can you not be in my boat? Let us row our boat gently down to the wither skeleton farm. Yay! And we're gonna want to collect up some sweet bit of bone. Thank you very much. And now, let's just craft up all our bony meal, chuck it all in here. I need to put Eugene away for a moment, which is always scary. Let's put on my chest plate in case I blow up.
You are nothing without me.
Switch this on, and let's see, does anything get blown up? Okay, that's good. Yeah. Dude, sick. And now, will trees actually grow in here? Yes. Instant. Okay, sick. We can get some nice woody wood in an epic wood tower that is super cool to be in. And now I don't have to manually mine trees, except for some trees like dark oak and pale oak. But this is good. I'm just gonna farm up some of this because I can. I'm gonna enjoy it, and so are you. I'm all out of bone meal, so let's switch this off, and nothing blew up. Sweet. And all of the wood should be in here and here. Yes, beautiful. Okay, this is going to come super in handy for future builds today, because being in the snow and all, I'm going to kind of take a bit of a medieval theme, and spruce is just perfect for that. And one of my goals today, as well as medieval theme, is to get better at building castles. Now, whereabouts should we chuck our next build? There's more grove here, and we've already done grove right behind me. What about this over here? Is this frozen peaks? Okay. What the heck? Did I do that? Yeah, that must have been me. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't it be sick to make like a bit of an ice castle up here? Yeah? Yeah, just like a little ice castle watchtower kind of thing. Sounds epic. Let's get what we need, which is just mainly going to be ice. And while I'm scouting out a good ice supply, I should definitely just take note and take inspiration of all these beautiful cold biomes that are in front of me, and just think a bit about what I want to build there later on in this video. Oh, I just can't wait to build in these biomes. They're so cool. Cool. Now, call me crazy, but I think that bird poo would be a great, I mean, diorite would be a actually decent block to use in our color palette for an ice castle. I've got plenty of it, so might as well put it to good use. Maybe some calcite would also be a good mix. Maybe some pale oak would be cool as well. All right, I'm gonna see how far these materials take me. Let's grab these, have a quick nap. Let's fly over to our frozen peaks, and let's figure out how to build a little sneaky bit of a frozen castle. It is weird building with ice. I'm so slippery sloppery.
That is a skill issue.
All right, Eugene, just please stop it. Alright, that's the first kind of tower done. It's pretty, my internet's out, so I guess this is what I look like now. It's pretty nice. Now I just gotta build the other towers all the way around the other places. And that's looking even cooler. But before I continue, I'm gonna need to get some more blocks. Like, I'm running out, so get some of this. I also really need to repair my pickaxe. What the heck is that pig just doing on that tree? What? And let us continue building our icy castle. I think we ought to build an epic bit of a tower right in the back kind of middle of the castle. I think that looks sick. Haha! Now that I've got your attention, do you like biomes? Do you like custom biomes? Because my Minecraft server has got them all. Well, has got all of the Terralith ones. And it's pretty awesome. You should come join. I learned how to play this when I was 9. My teacher was really mean. So you should come join Salty MC. Details are right here on the screen. Also, I have a lightsaber, so just hecking do it. Just hecking join the server. It's like 5 AM right now and I'm really tired and awake now. This is so cool. It does all these cool things. Like, check this out, it's just so cool. Anyway, join my hacking server. Alrighty, here we have our ice castle. And I gotta say, it's pretty heckin' flippin' epic. Got like a teardrop kind of style window there. We've got an epic warped door here. And I've realized that shelves have a really nice texture on the back of them, which is pretty cool. And I decided to make it a little bit functional and I made a little ice farm. So yay, ice. Not a very massive ice farm, but it still is a little bit of an ice farm and that's helpful. Yeah, I still don't have internet and I'm not gonna have internet for like 2 days. So here's an epic edit where I am me now. Yeah. If you don't know how ice farms work, basically you just make a diagonal line that won't turn into ice by placing blocks above it. But where are the blocks? Well, I've got these little tiny glass panes here. And those being above these blocks of water stop them from turning into ice, which is pretty nice. And here we have an icy kind of throne room, which is pretty cool. And upstairs, we have got a place where we can enjoy the view by jumping up and looking out at the view. Or if you do parkour. Wow. Yeah, sick. I definitely feel like I learned some things while I was building this, like learning about building castles. Got out of my comfort zone a bit. I've always built just like stone castles. Building a white and blue castle was definitely very unique for me. And that was epic. I loved it. I'm ready to move on to the next biome. Okay. I was about to just put all of this into my storage system and then I thought of a fun challenge. What if I just grabbed all of this and I don't add anything or take anything away from it, and I travel a bit far away back to our icebergs. Bonk my head. Oh. And why don't we just see what we can do with this biome? I'm a bit sick. With this biome and this biome, and we turn some of these cool kind of icy structures into a base. Let's see how that goes. So first of all, I see a little cave in there. Hang on. Whoa, epic. Yeah, okay, there's like this little nice kind of opening in here. I want to turn it into like this nice iceberg ensuite. Okay, here's a bit of a nice room that I've dug out. I've got a nice other room here with a window, and it's gonna be able to go all the way down here as well for some sort of entrance. Just make some polished andesite slabs. I want to make like a nice kind of balcony here. Or maybe not balcony, maybe just like a nice window. Yeah, mate, that's pretty cool. And let's also just make a little bit of a window here. Make a bit of a step up here. And we definitely need to add some lights around the place. Maybe I'll make like a little workbench kind of table right here. And I've got candles that I didn't use for the other build, so I'll just put a few candles down. Nice. I reckon we chuck down a bit of a nice blue carpet here. Let's put down a nice bit of a comfy couch there. Use some shelves for some arms. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, and this. Oh, That's a fancy couch. Look out at the view, look at all the ice spikes, pretty cool. Let's add a nice stairway inside. We should probably have some sort of doorway. I reckon we'll add in a nice circular window. Let's make some nice paintings and use those to decorate the place. How lovely. All right, I've made a nice vibey home inside an iceberg. I'm pretty happy with this. It's pretty nice, pretty vibey. Got little firefly bush plants in here. I've changed up some of the windows that I did earlier. You can see the nice night sky outside. I also made another little room up here. We climbed this ladder and another nice place to look outside. Let's just have a sleep because there's scaries outside. From the outside, it's mostly just windows and chimneys, but I'm really happy with the windows because they're like this really cool kind of circular style, which I've never actually done before. It's really fun, really cool, really nice. Yeah, epic iceberg base. That crosses off the frozen ocean off of the list. There's also deep frozen ocean, which is further that way as well, but I don't know what I'm going to do for that yet. I'll save that for later. Because now, we've got ourselves some ice spikes that I want to mess with. But first, I think I'm going to fly home and get myself some more materials. This is getting difficult having limited resources. I mainly just wanted spruce and dark oak, and that's what I've got now. So let's go and take all these materials back to where we were and build a bit of an ice spike treehouse, except it's not a tree, it's an ice spike. And I kind of want to have one as a neighbor to this build that I just did. Let's do this one. So I guess what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to just drill a hole all the way through to the top. See, look at that. You can't even tell the difference because it's epically hidden. We'll make a way all the way up to the top, but on our way up, we'll make little nice rooms. Well, not rooms necessarily, but nice little platforms for us to enjoy being on an ice spike on. Being on an ice spike on? I don't know what I'm saying. I never do. But now that I'm looking at this, I kind of would prefer it to be pale oak. Yeah, I think white and blue would be a way cooler combo than blue and brown. Okay, hang on a moment. Frick! That was creepy. Cool, and I just want to do this again like a few times and make the platforms have different purposes. Alright, this is an absolute vibe. Check all of this out. This is beautiful. I've got a nice bench to sit on. It's like, yay! Down this way, we've just got a little bit of a ladder, but in here we've got ourselves a nice bit of a crafting setup and a chest and also a bed to sleep on. I'm realizing just now the lack of lighting is not ideal for survival. And then down this way, we've got a barrel. Yeah, this is actually a pretty sick base. This is what it looks like from the outside. It is actually really cool. It's a real epic vibe, and I love looking at it at nighttime. Wow, beautiful. Let me just hop into bed over the fence. Yeah, whenever there's a biome that has unique structures or formations like ice spikes, I love turning that formation and structure into a base itself. And this is sick. Now, I'm feeling a bit inspired about how I made an ice farm earlier. Like, it was a little ice farm, but you know, it would actually be really handy to have a massive ice farm. And you know what the perfect biome for that would be? The frozen river. And the thing I love about the frozen river is all of the ice that's here already. So I don't even have to build the ice part. I don't have to place any of the water. It's all here. Basically, all I need to do is I just need to build a big square. And I'm using wood because I don't want to accidentally mine the wood with my Insta-mine pickaxe while I'm mining the ice. And now I'm going to use this ice just to be a temporary block because I don't have any other temporary blocks on me. Just to make a diagonal line here. Whoa, it's so fast to build with ice. What the heck? And then I'm just going to grab my glass and turn it into glass panes. And on this diagonal line, I'm going to put one glass pane on each block of diagonalness. So if I just go ahead and grab this fortune... Actually, wait, no, before I do that, I want to grab all this wool and go underground here. And wow, this is going to be a bit of a breathtaking experience. I just need to turn all of this, make a bottom platform of wool so I can walk on it and not have to swim while I'm mining. BRB, this is going to take a while. Hey, you missed a spot. Oh, frick. No. Oh no. You missed a spot. So now that there's a wool thing underneath, I won't accidentally like fall under, and I won't also mine the wool because it takes ages to mine wool unless you use a shear. So I can just collect all this ice that I want, but also I'm realizing I want wool on the edges here as well. Just need to mine a diagonal line underneath the glass panes I placed. And so long as there's this straight down diagonal line, straight down the diagonal middle, I can just mine all this and the water will renew itself to be full water sources to turn back into ice. It's crazy good. The really fun thing to do is to mine out a massive empty space like this on one half of the farm and then just open the floodgates. It's so cool. And if I've got too much ice, I can just happily make some packed ice and some blue ice, which is very expensive. Like, that was a full inventory of ice that just makes 15 blue ice. That's crazy. Now, I've built a beautiful build in the frozen river, and I reckon there's a good opportunity here to build a base right in this snowy plains right here that's kind of connected to this ice farm. I'm thinking of just building a nice kind of medieval styled house and have a little pathway that goes down this way and a little jetty. Let's do it. Alright, we've got for ourselves a nice snowy little cottage. It is actually really sweet. I'm really proud of this. This is really nice. We've got a nice little path down to the jetty here. And we've got our massive ice farm, which has just about finished freezing over again. Ready for me to harvest some more ice. Not that I feel like I ever will need to, because I just got so much ice from just demonstrating. And inside this nice cottage, we've got a little bit of an interior, just a simple one. Got a nice table here. I am loving shelves so much. They are frill and amazing. And in here, we've just got like a couple of rooms. Like, we've got a little bedroom here, and then an identical little bedroom here, and shelves again. Amazing. And up here, you got yourself a nice little bit of a lookout. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty nice. Look out at the ice farm and you can see the ice spike biome base in the distance, and it is a nice, beautiful, snowy day. Maybe I'll just chuck a little bit of a cheeky bit of a lantern like there. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, this is a nice build. This is really sweet. All right, I'm finally back, and I'm finally myself again. Did you guys forget what I looked like? Did you think I looked like that other character for that whole time? Well, no, I'm a seagull. Look, see? I'm a silly seagull with a silly seagull hat. That's me. That's what I look like. Anyway. What the heck was I doing? I've been gone for weeks. I was building bases in every cold biome. And I think next up I'm gonna go into the snowy taiga biome. I need to get myself a box of resources that I can use for that, and then I'll head over there. So right over here where our ice farm is, we have got snowy tigers galore. Lots of options to choose from, and I think up on top of this hill looks like a pretty sweet spot to chuck in a nice, wholesome log cabin. I'm going to need to log some trees to do that. I just want a nice humble space where we're gonna make a humble log cabin. Got some sweet little ideas. Yeah, this is gonna be a sweet, cute, little, simple build. Okay, very nice. This is a sweet little cabin. Got a nice campfire out here and a nice log to sit on and play the guitar or something. And then a cozy inside with nice insulated carpet floor, a nice open fire, and a bed to sleep in and books to read, and yes, a fletching table, because this is like a little hunting cabin where this person goes hunting, and when I see fletching table, I feel like that would be in a nice hunting log cabin. How very nice and sweet. Mate, I keep being a frickin' sickened chicken, and it's making it really hard to record this video. Wait, I just got an idea. Yeah, what is it? What if instead of me talking, I just write a script, and then I get my friends to record themselves saying the script? And mate, now that's an excellent idea. You don't even have to do anything. You can just get them to do all the talking. Can you not interrupt me when I'm speaking to you? Look at you, such an clever ideas, man. So full of clever. Mate, stop interrupting me.
Okay, so next up, I, CringyGull with an American accent, will head over to a taiga biome to build another nice medieval style house. I'm just gonna need some materials and a taiga biome. Okay, let's get building. Wow, what an absolute vibe. No, hold on, let me say that again. Wow, what an absolute vibe. I am so proud of this build. If you take a look inside, you'll find a table, and upstairs, another table, and a bed. Wow, I'm really creative, and handsome, and humble, and you should subscribe to my YouTube channel. Haha. I don't know what that laugh at the end there was, but that's great.
Okay, I'm back and I'm feeling well enough to record, maybe. I'm not sure. And over here, we've got some pretty massive mountains. Some jagged peaks where things are jaggery and daggery, and some snowy slopes. This is insane. What the heck? Man! What a world. What could I possibly build here that would look epic? More importantly, where can I find a bed to sleep in? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay. This is all just making me think of a game that I used to play called Valheim. It's like these mountainy areas and it's this Viking game where you build all these cool Viking things and you are a Viking and everything's Viking. And I think it'd be really cool to make like a Viking style house up here. I don't know if it makes any historical sense, but I think it'd be epic. Like this is a really cool spot. Yeah, we've got to do it here. Yes, okay. I should get some materials though. Alright, I'm here with all of my materials, ready to build something pretty epic. Done a little bit of terraforming to clear out some space. I've got a really cool reference image I found. Someone else, like, I don't know, drew a picture of their own Valheim base. And I'm keen to use it as a reference image, you know? It's going to be epic. Let's go. Alright, here is our Viking place that I have attempted to build. It's pretty cool. This is like definitely like this got me out of my comfort zone. I'm really happy with that chimney at the back there. This is really sick. Got myself a nice little interior. We got some like a big dining table because when I think Vikings, I don't know why I feel like they would have an epic dining table to eat at and feast at. And then we got like a nice little bedroom upstairs and just like a little table here. We got some furnaces and up here we've got nothing except for just a place to look out at the beautiful views. Pretty happy with this little place. It's really sweet, really nice. Have a look from a distance. What if we like flying in and then, yeah. That is cool. That is sick. Very epic, but very inconvenient place to live because you have to climb a mountain every time you want to come to your house. Yeah, nice job, man. Epic. So next up, I reckon I want to make an igloo. An igloo house. Just down here. See, up here, we are in the jagged peaks right there. But over here, we've got snowy slopes. Jagged peaks are tall, crazy mountains. Snowy slopes are snowy slopes. Yeah, I reckon an igloo. It's like if I was out here in the middle of nowhere and I needed to build a house quickly, I would build an igloo. So let's just grab a whole lot of snow and let's build a beautiful igloo for a base. Check this out. We've got a lovely cozy bit of an igloo camp place with some goats hanging out in their pen. I had to tie them down underground so that they wouldn't escape. And we just got a nice cozy little igloo hideout here where we can sit down, enjoy the fire, or we can have a bit of a nice kind of I don't know, just have a table there because tables are epic. And a bed, and this is all nice and kitted out for survival. Pretty happy with the curved kind of windows for the igloo. And the chimney on top is pretty sick. And obviously the views and the landscape is utterly beautiful and breathtaking. You can see just up there, you can see there's a little bit of a Viking house. Awesome. Love what I've done here. I reckon we take this all back home and figure out what we're doing next in just a moment. G'day, mate. Isn't the sound of all these chests opening and closing just the most amazingest thing in my ears? I've been listening to it for many, many minutes while I organize all of these shulker boxes with some very useful general purpose blocks and even a nice decorative interior box here. Ready for me to go on a big building spree to build a bunch of bases in a bunch of biomes because I'm feeling motivated and inspired and I just want to do it today, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to go and do it, and we're going to do it today. Let's do it, going ahead and do it. Right out here. Oh, hello, Black Wolfie. You're a legend, being right there. Oh, it's nighttime. Monkey sleep. Right here, we've got ourselves an old-growth spruce forest and an old-growth tiger forest. I can't remember which one's which, but this one has got trees with leaves up high. That one's got trees with leaves down low. Two separate biomes. And I reckon this one here, with the tree with the leaves up high, ought to have a treehouse, because why the heck wouldn't you? When there's so much space to work with without having to delete any trees. Yeah, mate, this is, I mean, look at this tree right here. This is beautiful. There's even sunshine behind it. It's perfect. Let's build a treehouse. Here is our dreamy spruce treehouse. It's actually really cool. I'm pretty proud of this. It's pretty epic, pretty nice. If we go inside, I've done as much interior as I can because in rooms like this with the glass panes, I can't do anything. Otherwise, like everything connects to the wall or it's like in the way. I can't jump over it. So I kind of just have to leave this as a scenic room. But up here is, I don't know, just another lookout with just nice fresh air, no windows to stop you from falling off the edge. And then up here is the main room. We've got tables. I had to use scaffolding because that doesn't connect to the glass. It's pretty good. Pretty sweet candles here. Pretty nice and vibey. You've got a bed and a nice balcony. And then, of course, up on the top here, there is one more nice scenic room because whoever loves here just absolutely loves the view, which I wouldn't blame them because Minecraft is just so beautiful. Beautiful blocky bliss. Now let's grab our thingamajingies. Let's fly over this way. Or actually, what about over this way? This one looks cooler. Let's build a bit of an old growth spruce tiger base. Yeah. Ow. Alright, this is looking pretty sweet. Nice little forest, little shack. I definitely feel like since starting this challenge, I have learned to build lots of different kinds of houses, which has been one of the goals, and I am very happy about it. Got a nice little interior in here. Pretty cool little carpet pattern I came up with. Got little furnaces. We got ourselves a table, a bed, just everything you need, you know, because there's a base. Oh. It is such a cute little base. I'm very happy with that. On to the next build, I suppose. Now, right over here is a biome called the Windswept Forest. This snowy part is the part of the forest, but also down here is. These are both the same biome. I guess because this is higher up, it snows here. And you know, I should love that. Wow, that sunset behind me is beautiful. Let's put on some inspirational music. I should love to build a little bit of a watchtower on top of this hill, because this hill is amazing. Yeah, I reckon I've got all the stuff I need already on me. I've already like prepared a whole lot of general stuff, so let's just get straight into it, you know? Let's do it. Welcome everyone to my windy watchtower of wonderful ways. This is really cool. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. If we just go down in this little secret kind of little thing here, we've got a nice little bit of a hideout with a nice few barrels and candles and jars, and up here is the main meat of the base, where the main survivaling happens. It's safe up high from enemies. We've got some chests, we've got a nice bed, we've got a table, we've got lots of beautiful views to check out, we've got a flag, and look at this little invention I came up with, but probably wasn't the first one to think of this. This is like a chest of drawers, where you've got like, that's like the handle to open a drawer. But when you open it, it just breaks, so that doesn't really do anything. But it's a cool concept. Let's just give that a fixie. Yeah, this is a really nice little watchtower. Some of these bases I'm making, I'm just like, dang, I just want to live in these. But nah, I've got my own main base. Now, right over here is the Windswept Hills. Not Windswept Forest, but Windswept Hills. What the heck should I build in this nice biome here? This is really pretty. Just right by the river. Really cool stone cliffs. I mean, I could make like a cool little mining base. Yeah, mate, let's do that. Alright, here is our nice miner house. So we have a nice entryway down to the mines, which I will mine out another day. We got a nice bunch of ores here that the miner has mined up. And up here, we got the nice little beautiful place to live. And I thought it'd be fun to have a little diary here, except I'm going to use signs. So instead of Dear Diary, Dear Sign, I am the best miner in the whole wide mines. I love mining. I mine all day and I mine all night. Nice. Mining is great. I wish I could live forever just so I could mine forever. Yeah, awesome. That's great. Awesome. I'm pretty pleased with this. This is really nice. I did get some inspiration from Google Images to build a house kind of just going into the cliff like that and then a mine entrance down below. Quite a few people seem to have done that. And I am loving doing the roofs where there's like a triangle roof here, but then this edge will just like kind of curve down. Looks really nice, and I'm doing it a lot, and I'm getting obsessed, and it's amazing. It's beautiful. Greggy, mate, what are you doing? Greggy, mate, what are you doing? Oh, gotta get you. Oh, there you go. What are you doing, man? Just sitting around. Oh, okay. Well, sure. I guess keep doing your thing. Wait, no, I don't want you going into that chest. Stop. Mate, look where we are. We're in one of Minecraft's rarest biomes. And that is the windswept gravelly hills. Where the hills are gravelly and they are windswept. And oh my gosh. No thanks. Isn't this like really cool? Like this area is so beautiful. And I reckon, you know, it's pretty windy here in the windswept gravelly hills. I reckon I want to clear out a little bit of space on one of these hills and make a windmill to make best use of how windy-bindy this place is. Now there is a nice windmill base. Pretty sweet little build. Honestly, just building a windmill anywhere just looks amazingly cool. I love windmills. Do you like windmills? Because I like windmills. Don't know if you could tell because I've built like 3 windmills in this world and it's awesome. In here, we've got, you know, barrels and cauldron and composter because I guess this is going to be the kind of windmill where you like grind up grains. And in here, we just got a little basic little survival base. Got some furnaces, got another cauldron, got a table, and we got a bed. Simple interior, but it works very well. You know what I noticed? If we just go to my achievements and we go up here, adventuring time, discover every biome. 53 out of 54 biomes have been discovered. I've almost finished this. I don't know which biome it is that I haven't discovered. I suspect that it's going to be either the snowy beach or it could be the deep frozen ocean. I don't know. It's hard to tell because I've definitely been to like the deep dark in the end. It's either one of the cold ocean biomes or the snowy beach. I'm keen. But before I continue on with the cold biomes, I need to clear up a mistake that I made in the last episode. In the last Base in Every Biome installment, I was building all the bases in the hot biomes. And when I was categorizing all of these biomes for hot, cold, and temperate, I put Stony Peaks in cold biome category. Because I guess I just assumed because it's a mountainy kind of biome, it would be considered cold. But here it is, paired with a savanna, and it is definitely not a cold biome. Not that it's easy to tell, but if you just look it up, yeah, this is actually a hot biome. If you spawned cows in here, they would be hot cows. Or chickens would be hot chickens. But yeah, there's like, I need to do something about this biome, the Snowy Neeks. Oh wow, look at this. You know what, I might make just like a little house here and then just kind of have like a crane thing that's meant to extract ores from down here and make it another kind of miner house. Yeah, sounds good. Let's build it. There we go, this is pretty sweet. Nice little miner house. We've got the classic red bed and some nice bits of furniture in here. And this dude's job who lives here is to work at the mines and pull up these ores. We've got a chain that goes all the way down. And then we've got some ores on this nice kind of platform down here, which looks pretty cool. Oh my goodness, there are scaries down here. But yes, it's a safe mine for this dude to mine in. Yeah. I love rain. Now, right over here somewhere. Aha, there it is. We have got a bit of a shipwreck. Hey shipwreck, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. And this is a cold ocean biome. And I thought and I reckoned and I smeckened that this would be a pretty cool opportunity to turn this into a base. What do you reckon, Schmecken? Do you schmecken my reckon? Because I schmecken the reckon this is a good idea. Alright, we have finished our nice shipwreck Nice place of justice, yeah. Fancy, exquisite renovation. Whoever lives here really likes art, because we've got some art here. We've got some more art here. We've got art here, art there. Art up here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here. Yeah, this person really likes art. And also we've got like a cool kind of gold treasure room here with all the gold. And I thought it would be a fun little detail to like use stripped wood and just different kinds of wood to repair the shipwreck. So it was like the person who turned this into a house, they didn't use the same wood that the shipwreck came in. They went and got different wood, and it looks different to what the shipwreck was originally made out. Yeah, this is a vibe. This would be a fun little starter base if we got like a wheat farm and stuff in there, but it's cool. Oh yes, and the views from this window are absolutely stunning. Sometimes squids come up right to the window and it's kind of scary, but it's amazing. Now, I was struggling to get for inspiration as to what to build in the deep, cold ocean, because I've built boats, which you can see behind me. I've built a glass air bubble. I've even built a freaking sea monster and repaired a shipwreck. And I was like, what the heck can I build? What are all the other options? And well, there is an ocean monument here, and technically I could transform that, but that's an entire other video in and of itself. So I looked up on Google Images, Minecraft deep ocean bases. I saw this really cool thing by Blockdown, and I was like, oh, like a raft kind of thing that goes into the water. Like if I just went here and I just made a bit of a raft and a house on top of that raft, that sounds kind of cool. Let's do that. We have a nice, beautiful beach shack in the middle of the ocean. Pretty nice, pretty cozy. It's got everything you need for survival, except there's no fishing rod here. We'll just hope that I remember to bring a fishing rod in my ender chest. Got a nice jetty to fish off. Got a nice view of the spruce place over there, and ocean monuments over there. And I deliberately built it kind of close to the monument so that I can Anyway. Listen to me, mate. We've only got 8 biomes to go, and the next one is this one right here. But Cringy, didn't you already do this one? Well, no, and yes. I did the frozen ocean, but this, well, over this way, like, I mean, this iceberg that you're on right now, this one right here, this is deep frozen ocean. 2 separate biomes. And I reckon, while it might not make any sense, I just want to build a really cool lighthouse on top of this iceberg right here in the deep frozen ocean. I don't know if it really helps because lighthouses are meant to be on like the coastline, but I mean, there is a coast there, I guess. Yep. Let's do it. Mate, what a view, eh? Beautiful being on top of this lighthouse. I did some basic redstone. It's not amazing, but it does tell the story of Lighthouse. Pretty epic. This is pretty nice. And you know, there is one more biome that I could go to and build a base at that is an overworld, normal, wholesome biome. And that's the snowy beach. But my suspicion is that's the biome I need to unlock this achievement, which I kind of want to save to the end of the video. So I'm going to go straight to the deep hecking dark. I'm going to build a base there. I've got a pretty epic base in mind. So actually, before I go there, I'm going to have to do a bunch of resource gathering. And then, oh yeah, there you go. Okay. So, a deep dark biome is very evil. But you know what's more evil? This dude right here. Anyway, if we just go over this way, there is an epic hole for me to fly down and not die along the way. Down here, we've got a nice and wholesome ancient city that I love being in. And over this way, this is a really stressful place to be, but you know, we're fine. There's a nice big open space here for me to build something really epic. You know what? Rather than just telling you what I'm going to build, I'm just going to show you. So once again, let's get into time lapse. Oh my gosh, I just found it. Yeah, I'm looking for a better spot, because the spot I chose was just not big enough. I want to build something big, something epic. I just found deep stone emerald ore just completely by accident. That was insane. Okay. This is a nice big cave with a lot of spacey space. And Dimeons. Thanks, Dimeons. It's always very dangerous working in these dangerous biomes. I don't know why I made this world hardcore, but we're just gonna go ahead and go for it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That drop, that hit, that back, that kick, that snap, flip that.
This is super hecking epic. Look at this giant, evil, scary looking skull. This is actually crazy, and its eyes watch me. It's kind of terrifying. It's hard to tell here, but let me just use free cam to tell you and show you. Look at its eyes. The eyes are watching me. Whoa. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, pretty awesome. We got like these kind of shiny spikes coming out of the ground, some sort of lore there. I'll let you guess in the comments what's going on. And up here, we have got a majestically majestic interior. All bone themed. We've got a bone rug on the floor. We've got bone paintings. We've got a normal bed. We've got candles everywhere. We've got some wither skulls. And we have book 2 of the Bone Poetry book by the Bone Poet. Allow me to read to you. Bones are great. They deserve no hate. They're my best mate. Better than Nathaniel. I have 206 bones, although I was born with more. They fused together beautifully, and now I am in awe. Each night when I brush my teeth, I think of my good friend named Keith. Because Keith's teeth are beneath a wreath, and Keith's wreath teeth will be bequeathed to Heath. My pinky bone is all alone in a cone. Poor pinky bone, all alone in a pinky cone. Have you ever joined a joint? I joined a joint and joint 2 joints into 1 joint. 3 joints joint into 2 joints, while 4 joints join into joining a joint into a jointing journey. I'm insane. Yeah, this is so good. I especially loved doing another bone poetry book. I don't know why, but I love doing poetry when it comes to talking about the human skeleton. Or just any skeleton, because bones are in lots of things. It's finally time that I start working on the end biomes. See this beautiful dimension called the end where everything's beautiful and amazing? Well, down here I've got a contraption here that's just been sitting, just doing nothing, looking ugly as. There's like nothing special looking about this. It's just a clump of redstone that is very functional. Because this is where I'd spawn a wither and it gets destroyed by these minecarts. This could totally be a way cooler room. It could look way more, I don't know, sciencey or something. So I'm gonna decorate this room and that will count for the end biome, which there are like 5 end biomes, but this main end island, this is just known as the end. That is the biome it is, the end. That's it. The end. The end of this sentence, the end of... And there we go, mate. We've officially made this box. I mean, it's just a box, and well, and down here we got an epic sci-fi looking kind of room, kind of machine to destroy the wither in. And in here we've got another room that's like totally different theme. It's like all green and stuff, and over here it's, you know, purple, so it's kind of cool having a contrast there. I've got my epic cupboard decoration, and I haven't tested to see if it still will kill the wither and everything, so why don't we test that and learn the hard way if it breaks everything. Do a little bit of this, and then I believe it's just a matter of beep. Haha, yep, a wither sure has spawned. Hang on, we need that. We need that. Need to get ready to run. Okay, this guy doesn't stand a chance. Yay. Okay, cool. Everything works perfectly. I'm so glad that I decorated this room. I was almost going to just build a whole new base in the end, but no, this is really nice now. What a vibe. What an absolute hecking vibe. Let's put my elytra on so I don't jump off a cliff and die. For the next build, I'm going to need a whole lot of blocks. I'm going to need some of these blocks, some of these blocks, a whole bunch of these blocks, and some more blocks like this. And then, okay, yeah, there's a lot of blocks. Who would have thought you need blocks to build something like that? Something that I'm about to build. Yeah, let's build an epic purple castle. This is the spot where I plan on building the end castle. I already cleared out a whole lot of space. Like there's like no chorus fruit, like all in that direction, because I got it all to turn into purple blocks when I was in a live stream. It was pretty hecking epic because I got allays to help me, which made it so much easier. And as soon as I finish mining this little layer of enderstone here, I'm ready to build my purple castle. Let's hecking go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mumbo number... Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the Palace of Pustus. I was trying to build a castle, but I kind of more or less built a palace, I guess, or it kind of also looks like a church, but either way, it's a really cool building and I'm really proud of it. This is insanely cool. However, I have not done any of the interior because there's so much to do here. I think I'd rather cover this in a live stream. So subscribe and check out the live streams, you know? Yeah, this is an incredibly cool thing to stumble across going through this portal. You just arrive here and there's the Palace of Pustus waiting for you, telling you you must not go inside. Or maybe you should go inside, I don't know. Oh my goodness, I've only got like a few more biomes left and then this entire project is finally done after 6 hecking months. So let's go ahead and do the next one. Now this biome right here is the End Highlands. And another biome in the end is the Small End Islands, which, as you can probably guess, are all these little platforms here. I think it'd be pretty cool to have like a little survival base on one of these and have little bridges going in between different islands, or maybe a parkour course, which should totally not be terrifying at all. I just want to find like a nice spot where I guess they can connect pretty easily, like here, for example. I don't know, I'll figure out a spot. Let's just get straight into time-lapse and build something epic. Here is our nice survival Small End Islands paradise. We've got a nice sweet little house to live in. I've like kind of spawn proof it, even though like the Endermen could technically teleport in here. At least they won't spawn in here. We've got a nice little room up here with a bench and table and chorus flower in the middle because that's just so decorative and amazing. And I'm not putting a bed down because I don't want to accidentally click it and die. And then over here, we've got for ourselves a nice, lovely garden that is overgrown because whoever lived here has been gone for a long time. Except some of the veggies aren't overgrown yet, but that's a work in progress. But then up here, we've got a bit of an interesting story to tell. We've got this interesting structure that looks like some of its items have fallen out of their item holes, and there's been some sort of infection starting to spread. I wonder what happened to the guy who used to live here. Yeah, this is a pretty awesome little base. Like, I actually really like this. It's so sweet, so cute, so small, and yet it is a bit nice, detailed, and I'm proud of it. I need to explain how the other end biomes work, because you might think there's only like 3 end biomes. The End Island of Main, this big island here, like the Highlands, and the Small End Islands. But there's actually 2 more end biomes, and they're really weird, okay? So right here, I think is the End Barrens, which is like the very edge of the big End Islands. And then over here is the End Midlands. And on the very top of the End Islands is the Highlands, or the Highlands, I don't know how to pronounce it. This palace here was built on the Highlands, so I've still got to do Midlands and Barrens. And next up, I want to do a bit of a Barrens. So I reckon because it's like basically the entire biome is just the cliff, I'm just going to build like something inside the cliff, like a nice little window, nice little ensuite or whatever, I don't know. It'd be great. Alrighty, here we have got a nice deluxe end suite. And down here, stairway, you see a nice, beautiful, chill, watch the stars kind of place. Where you sit in a seat and you look at the beautiful end stars. But if you don't have shaders, it really isn't that good. Yeah, this is a vibe, mate. I would totally sit here and watch the void for a good amount of time. But they got 2 biomes to go. Heck, now I'm gonna build something pretty epic, pretty cool, and also pretty large. I'm gonna have to go like get some resources for that, so let's go and do that. Now, I want to build a giant chorus mushroom, so I'm going to fair dinkumly need for myself amethyst. I think amethyst is a nice purple that we could use. Look magical. Well, these are just amethyst clusters. I'm also going to need amethyst blocks. And now I'm getting distracted going on a caving session because I found a pretty epic cave. I'm also going to need some blue terracotta and some purple concrete. We also need some black wool and all these other little bits and pieces. All right, let's chunk my pumpkin hat on. Let's hop over this way. And we need to pick a spot that is considered not highlands, not barrens, not small end islands, but midlands. Which I think will probably be about here. Yeah, like right here. Yep. I mean, maybe I don't want to be right next to that castle, but maybe like, I don't know. Yeah, this works. I don't know why there has to be separate biomes for just like whereabouts on the island you are. End update, please happen one day. Thanks. Let's build a chorus mushroom, because why the heck not? There we go. There is our final end base. A chorus mushroom. And this looks mighty epic. I feel like it very well fits in the end. It would be pretty cool to get some end mushrooms if we got an end update with end biomes or something like that, I reckon. And up here, we got a little bit of an interior. And what's this? A lectern? Well, of course, we must finish our Mushroom Explorer story. If you haven't watched the previous couple episodes, basically this dude that's been going around exploring looking for magical, amazing mushrooms. Say something like 5,000, I don't know. I am off to find another dimension and hopefully another mushroom. Yeah? Day 4. I have followed this eye thing for some time now, and wallaby bollaby wow, I have found a mystical dungeon with a mystical portal looking thing. I assume the eyes go in the portal hole things. Day 5. Oh my gosh. This dimension is crazy. I am going to avoid dying at all costs. I see another portal, but it is already littered. Yay. I'll go through and update you to Moz. Day 7. This dimension is like the most scary, dangerous place ever. Since it's all floating islands and just void. I'm scared, but the mystical mushrooms call me. I will keep searching. Day 8. I learned how to speak Enderman. Day 9. Wow! I found a giant purpley looking mushroom. That is great. I will go and set up camp in there and study it for as long as I will think that I need to study it. It has been 10 years since I arrived. I have learnt everything. The void calls me. This journey has been one heck of an adventure. The void will make me more powerful according to my studies. I will become immortal in a way. I'm gonna jump. Thank you, Enderman. Thank you, Diaries. Thank you, Blunston, sincerely. Wait. Eugene? What does this mean, Eugene?
It means that you are ready.
Ready? Ready for what?
Ready to become like me.
Jump.
Cringy. It'll make you stronger.
What? No way! I'll die!
I jumped. And now look at me. I'm the most powerful being in the entire universe.
But I don't want to be a static Minecraft item with no soul or purpose other than to be held in someone's offhand.
Cringy. Listen, Every time you've followed my instructions, your hardcore world has benefited from it. Like when I told you to make a beacon farm. Or when I told you to make me a temple. All of this has helped you. Now listen to me one more time and jump.
You jump.
Wait, no. Oh no, I'm dead.
Frick. Eugene. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Now I'm totemless. Oh, frick. Okay, I better get to safety and figure something out. Ah, Eugene. If you didn't suddenly go insane, I wouldn't have thrown you in the void. Well.
Hello.
Yeah, what? Who are you? Eugene?
Hi, Cringy. Thank you.
What?
You freed me. I was cursed, and now I am free.
No worries, mate, I guess.
Hey.
Yeah?
After I fell into the void, I transitioned into a different realm that appeared to be between dimensions and realities in the space-time continuum, which was absolutely phenomenal. When I was there, I saw a guy who said he knew you. I was confused, but he seems to know a different version of you from a different Minecraft world, or you could say from a different place in the Minecraft multiverse. I didn't think for a second, and I violently grabbed a hold of him and took him with me. Next thing I know, I'm in a normal body again. And this friend of yours was. In my inventory somehow. I guess in colliding with me, he transformed into a totem while I transformed back into a human. So anyway, I thought you should have him.
Hi, I'm Brog, and if you die, I'll eat you.
Anyway, I'm gonna go look for mushrooms now.
Wait, where?
I don't really know yet. I've got the ability to hop to alternate universes, so I guess I'll just start there. Bye.
Oh, well, okay then. Brog is my new totem. Nice to meet you, little guy.
I may be little to you, but in my home world, I am bigger than any mountain you could ever climb.
Okay then. Well, let's build the final base. This is the final biome for me to build in, and I'm gonna make it count by building something kind of dumb. It's gonna be great, okay? Just trust me on this. It's gonna be amazing. This Brog fellow in my offhand is absolutely amazingly beautiful. I love this guy already. I'm about to finally go into the final biome that is required to unlock the adventuring time advancement. Over here is the snowy beach. And as I step into the snowy beach, I should hear a loud sound ring into my ears. Yeah, let's go. Oh, finally. But we're only entering this biome. Now it's time to build in it. Something truly amazingly beautiful. There's not a whole lot of room here to build with. It's gonna be a little build, and it's gonna count as the most epic build ever. Probably the smallest build in this entire project. Okay, this is almost done. We just lack one thing. You there, come here. You, my friend, live here now. This is a fishing shack for the polar bear. Pretty fantastic. I wish I could give him a fishing rod, but he doesn't really have one. But yeah, that's pretty amazing, isn't it? You know, just a fishing rack. This guy can hang out in that little thing. I mean, it is a kind of cute little build, isn't it? And it's just got a little, like a nice little shelter for our polar bear. It's not that silly, is it? It is kind of silly. It has been a crazy journey. I've learned so much building skills doing all these builds. 64 different bases have been built. I feel like the first bases I built were so bad, and the last bases I built were slightly less bad. Let me know which one was your favorite out of this whole adventure, and also I'd love to know what cold base was your favorite as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.